Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream as we celebrate 10 years of video making for YouTube. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. It's your boy, James2Bay439 here, and I hope everyone is having a great end of their weekend. It is Sunday night, but hopefully for most of you guys, this will only be a 4-day week for you because the 4th of July is on Friday, leading into the weekend as well. It's not in the middle of the week. It's on a Friday, which means we all get a long weekend. Hopefully everyone does at least. But hope everyone's doing well tonight. Welcome to the stream. Once again, we're celebrating 10 years of video making. We're back in 2015 on June 26th. I would release my first YouTube video on a test channel, which had a different name at the time. I renamed it a few years ago to Cherry State Elevators. There's a link to that if you want to see that video. It's on my latest community post, so be sure to check that out. But let's go look in the chat. Let's see who we got on watching tonight. We got Clock YouTube. Truck Fan says he won't be able to make the stream, but we'll say hi to him anyways. Clock Channel. Davin's on here. Zoe, Elvers Rock on. Good to see you guys as well. Flop, my good friend Ethan. Good to see you as well. Good. Glad to hear you. A lot of content from up there as well. Very good. Glad to hear. So, yeah, welcome everybody to the stream. We're going to do some things on here tonight. We're going to do a little chat and chill. Also thinking I'm going to show you guys some sneak peeks of future content and videos as well, from stuff that I've gotten over the past year. And I'm also thinking going to maybe do 1 or 2 games of Jackbox as well. I just got that all set before I came on. That's why I was taking a little bit. And plus I had to transfer some videos off my phone because today I also got another big donation of returnables worth over $100. So that was also very nice. That's the second one I've gotten this year where I've some mic a bit muffled. Okay. If there's a problem with that later on, we'll try to get that fixed. Yeah, if it's too muffled or anything like that, just let me know. It might be because I wasn't looking at my computer. Sometimes if I look over here, like, is it muffled now if I talk over away from the computer like this versus if I talk a little closer? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. We'll get that fixed if that's a problem. But yeah, we are going to do a little bit. Okay. We'll probably do a little bit of Jackbox. I want to show you guys some future videos as well that will eventually be coming to the channel as well. Currently, a lot of you guys, as you probably know, we're posting Southfield content right now. Southfield is way overdue. You also sound not as loud as you should be. Okay. I probably should have tested the microphone. I tested the desktop audio so I could launch the music before I started the stream, but obviously I didn't do the microphone good enough. If I'm too quiet, I can adjust that real quick. I can do it right now, honestly. Let's try this. Let's give that a shot. I just increased the sound a little bit more. Let's see how that works. Is that a little bit better? Let me know. And we'll make sure that we have everything working. But we're gonna do a little bit of gaming tonight with Jackbox and stuff, and then I want to show you guys some sneak peeks for content I've got over the past few years. Show you guys content from some of my travels I've done this year, including Detroit as well. He's not watching the stream right now. I think I sent him a link. If I haven't already, I will. If he wants to join. But I got to meet a special someone last weekend. And let's see if he wants to come on. I'll see if I'm going to send him a message. And we'll see what he says if he wants. Okay, I just sent him the message, so we'll see if he joins if this particular person comes. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Yes, as Clock YouTube said, it was Boston Elevators and Aviation. I finally got to meet up with him. I've been talking to Nick for a long time, since COVID pretty much was when we met and we really started talking, and we just had nothing to do because nothing could happen during COVID where we could really do anything. So he and I used to just talk all the time, play games together and stuff like that, and that's pretty much how I got involved. And he didn't just visit Cam. So Nick just graduated high school. He just got a very he just went on a very special trip where he started off coming here to Detroit, then he went to Indianapolis, and then he went to Chicago to end the trip. So he actually met up with a lot of people, starting with me, TKE Fan 29, then made his way to Indianapolis where he got to meet Jay and Cam, and then in Chicago got to meet Johnny from Windy City Elevators and DJ from Elevator Dude 100. So that was pretty cool for Nick. I mean, that's a huge trip, and you got to meet a lot of people, which is awesome. I'm so happy I got to show you around Detroit a little bit while you were here. It was great time. I've already gotten word. I actually got word of it a couple nights ago. There's a special someone that's planning to make a trip up here as well, in particular to see me as well. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's a very special person. And we'll leave it at that. Welcome, Will. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well tonight. And Ben mentioned Nintendo. Actually, it's funny you mentioned Nintendo. I'm thinking with some of my YouTube earnings, I'm going to throw that towards getting the new Nintendo Switch, which means maybe eventually in the future we'll get some content for video games, James, off Nintendo Switch 2, and we'll put that up for the gaming channel as well. Is somebody with? Yes, it is someone within the elevator community. It's not anything rail fanning wise. July is going to be action packed for rail fanning. I actually got a um, big plans this weekend where I'm actually going to go rail fanning out of state, and it's going to be an all-nighter, but in a camper. Ben, I told you where I was going, but we'll keep that a secret for now because that'll be where I'm going to do midnight rail fanning come this next Saturday. I'm also going to be staying with a person that I haven't seen in a while as well, from the rail fanning community. So be sure to follow me on Royal King of the Rails. You know, the two big communities I'm active most in are the elevator community and the rail fanning community. So if you want to see more of me in a different hobby, Royal King of the Rails is your next best bet if you want to catch me in some of my other hobbies, rail fanning wise. Anyways, back to elevator stuff. I think what we're going to do is we're going to showcase some of my future content to you guys. We're going to probably do 1 or 2 games of Jackbox as well. We got a decent crowd here tonight, so should be able to do that as well. So let me get this thing hooked up real quick, and we will get this show on the road, showing you guys some elevator content. So far this year, I have been on 2 vacations. The first one was back in March where I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks. And then recently, a few weeks ago, I got back from going to Las Vegas, Nevada. Henderson was where I was staying, which is not far from Las Vegas. And then during that trip, I had my own rental car, so I decided I want to go check out St. George because it's a nice little city in Southwest. Actually, I shouldn't say little. It's not that little of a city. It's a nice scenic city in Southwest Utah, and it offered some very scenic views and stuff from there as well. And while I was there, I had the opportunity to set a new record for the most elevator videos I filmed in a day. So during that time, while I was there, I got to set a new record for the most elevator videos in one day, which is now 71. Previously was 61 when I went to Gainesville, Florida last year, and now it is 71 with 67 or 68 videos from St. George, and then 4 from the resort I was staying at in Henderson because I still had to film some of the elevators there, and I figured why not get a couple more and push it over 70. So that's what I did. Now 71 is going to be hard to beat, but my goal someday would be 80. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, St. George, Utah, really got me a lot of elevator content. So again, all content for the future, but we're going to sneak peek some of that content, specifically some of the Hawaii content I got, because I think you guys will like that as well. How did you find so many in Gainesville? Gainesville has 91's pretty good. Yeah, Aaron. Rochester is a good spot as well. Now, if you were to come to Rochester, Michigan, you'd not be able to get 91. That's for sure, because a lot smaller than Rochester, Minnesota. Did you go to Minnesota or New York? Because there's a couple spots as well. Yes, Nick, we're going to do 2 games of Jackbox in a bit as well. Yeah, Will, you got 100 videos when you went to Vegas last year, but you mostly just do the one ride up and down. I like most of my videos. Some of my newer videos, I have been only doing one ride up and down, but more often than not, I typically do the 2 round trips just because I like to give my viewers the option. You want to see more of the elevator? You can keep watching for the second round trip, or you can just watch for the first half and then click off the video. Pretty much why I do that. It gives you an option if you want to see more of it, or if you've already seen enough, you can click off of it and then you're good. How did I find so many in Gainesville? Gainesville has a lot of office buildings, and that's what I focused on the first day I went to Gainesville. And then the second day, I focused a little bit more on the University of Florida. Any college town like that will have a ton of stuff in terms of office buildings, and then obviously the university itself is going to have elevators as well and all their halls as well and stuff like that. One ride, yeah, I can understand that. The way I like to do my videos, for some of you that haven't caught on to it, typically the first round trip is the indicator, watching that go up and down. Second trip, it's either going up or down, whatever I decide in the time that I'm filming the video. We do the cab view, and then we also take a look at the fixtures on the other trip, whether that's going up or down. Most of the time, I try to do the cab view going up, and then I do the fixtures going down, get a more in-depth look at those as well. Yeah, some college towns are like that, but most of them tend to have a lot. I mean, especially, I'll give you a good example of a city that has a lot of stuff you can film at and also happens to be home to a college town, Columbus, Ohio. I mean, I haven't done too much filming there. I probably have 60 videos from Columbus, but once I really make my way back down there sometime and just focus all on elevator filming, I can easily probably get, that's great grammar by me. I could probably get roughly 70 in a day if I were to do Ohio State filming and stuff like that. I already got a couple of videos from there anyways, but if I really want to just focus on the campus itself, for sure. And now that I think about it, now thanks for reminding me, Clock YouTube. I know you probably weren't even doing it intentionally. I did go to Wisconsin earlier this year as well, and I got to film some stuff there as well. So that's another trip I did as well, where I got to go to Columbus and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, along with Chicago. I actually had a 4-hour layover there by Amtrak in Chicago, so I got some content from there as well. Got to film a Center Tower. That was pretty cool. That's one of the easier office buildings you can kind of do in Chicago as well. So yeah, that's a great song, Duck Does Stuff. That is a great song by Korn. I really like that one actually. So you're speaking my language right now, but good to see you. I hope you're doing well tonight. Milwaukee, definitely gonna make my way back there someday as well. I really liked my little visit to Milwaukee. But while we're at it, as we keep talking about big cities and stuff like that, let's take a look at some content as well. Am I looking to film elevators in the MSP? MSP is, man, don't tell me. MSP. Okay, tell me. What does MSP stand for? It's going to be so obvious when you say it as well. But we'll get my let's get my external hard drive hooked up. I'm going to show you guys some of the some videos and stuff. We'll start with the content. Oh, and there goes my external hard drive. Lovely. St. Paul, yeah, duh. Should have just said Twin Cities. I would have easily understood you. No plans at the moment to go to Minnesota, but when I do, there will be a time. I need to really what I want to do is get to Indiana. Yep. This is going to be one of those streams where I can't speak or something like that. Indiana's actually been on my list to get over to for a while. I have a couple videos from there. I got like 4 from Gary, 3 or 4 from Hammond, and I got 1 from Portage as well. So there's a lot of cities in Indiana I like to, especially Indianapolis as well. I would like to go see Cam as well down there. It's a lot closer than Minneapolis would be for me, but I could take Amtrak now that I think about it to go to St. Paul. I could do that actually. So maybe I will do that as well. 22. That's how old I am. 22. Plant City, Lakeland are also, yeah, kind of. They're not, the thing is, Ben, the Twin Cities of St. Paul, Minnesota, and Minneapolis, they're both right next to each other. Like, they're next to each other, and they're 2 big cities that are right next to each other. That's why they're Twin Cities. Plant City and Lakeland are not really that big. Yeah, I want to go see Cam someday. I've had a lot of people come visit me here in Detroit, so I need to make my way out and go see some people as well. Although, yeah, I have seen a lot of people as well outside of Michigan as well. I got to meet my good friend Video Lover from Arizona when I was there back in 2023. I got to meet some other people as well and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, sounds about right, Aaron. I'm sure you'll not want to be in Minnesota during the winter. It's cold there. I mean, it gets cold here, but Minnesota, I know you guys go through a lot more brutal winters than we do here in Michigan, so that's for sure. Definitely not. I don't sound like Sam, but it's okay. No, I'm in my early 20s. Thank goodness. Don't want to be in my 50s anytime soon. That's for sure. Fortunately, that's about 37 years away. So no, 27 years. I can't do math. But yeah. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me load up my folder now. In total for elevator videos, I'll tell you guys this. I probably have over 2,500 saved up. And the reason why, I know that a lot of you guys say I'm crazy for having that many videos stored up. There's going to be a time in the future where I'm not going to be able to go out and film stuff. I'm going to be focused on a job, maybe a family in the future. Who knows? I want to have enough content to last for a while, so that way all I'd have to do is just work on getting stuff scheduled out while I have more important things. That's why I have built up such a big backlog for content. So that way I still have content to post for you guys. And if for some reason we ever have to go through another shutdown because of another stupid pandemic, then I'd be prepared for that as well, because that was part of the reason why I had nothing back in 2020, because I never really went out much until after that. That's when I finally said to my parents, I'm like, I'm old enough now, time for me to start going out filming stuff on my own instead of going out for 6 elevators and going home and all that good stuff like that. So yeah, it's humid. It's humid here as well. Thursday last week, because a lot of you guys know I work outside. I work at a park. It was hot and humid as heck. It was horrible. It was very uncomfortable. All of us, we were working to. We had a festival that happened last week, and we had to take everything down from the festival and everything like that. Kind of get everything all set so the park would be back to normal. Everyone was dripping. It was just horrible. Anyways, we're going to start with looking at some of the stuff from Honolulu. I think we're going to start things off with Hilton Hawaiian Village at the Rainbow Tower that has the the Otis Compass elevators, the really old ones. They're pretty sweet, actually. Let me just launch this in a different video player just because I think it'll be easier for the stream when I show it to you guys. So let's switch over to that real quick, and we will get started by taking a look at that. So switch to that. That works for me. And here we go. So we'll start by looking at some content like this. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to switch back real quick because I think I actually could do this in an easier way so I don't have to keep switching on you guys and then have to switch back and forth from each video by having to switch cards and all that stuff. If I just do this, nope, that's not what I want to do. Where's the video player? There it is. It's not going to work this way, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so we're going to have to do things the hard way, unfortunately. So we'll have to switch. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. Why didn't I think of this before? This would be easy. We move this over here to my other screen. And I know you guys can't see what I'm talking about, but you guys kind of can get an idea for how I'm going to do this. So we do this, and then we go like this, and then you guys are able to see it. I turn my sound on, and then you guys are able to hear. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rainbow Tower at the Hilton Hawaiian Village Hotel in Honolulu, Hawaii. We're going to take a ride on the elevators here. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Here's the tower itself. Oh, this is one of many towers within the... So this was one of the highlights from my trip when I went to Honolulu. I went to Honolulu for 8 days, then I went to the Big Island for 6. These were pretty sweet. Stuff like that. It's funny because you guys probably saw Diesel Deucey. Andrew was just in Honolulu. He actually went about a month after I did. It would have been funny if we planned it around the same time and ran into each other. Andrew actually had a great time, from what I heard, when he went to Honolulu, because he got to meet up with many elevator enthusiasts out there, which was awesome. I wanted to meet some of the Hawaiian guys as well, but just didn't work out with their schedules, unfortunately. I was planning to meet, I forgot some of their names, but I know there's like Westward Elevators of Hawaii, I think it is as well. Ooh, 1812 Overture, that's pretty cool, Brian. Yes, I did film the Grand Islander. I'll show that next. We'll kind of just show like one little ride each. These are all future videos, though. I'm thinking after I post the Southfield content, I'll either do one more city from Michigan, or I'm going to start posting San Diego, California content, because that trip was early 2023, and I'd like to get some of that stuff put up as well. Yeah, the Rainbow Tower was pretty sweet. It was nice, actually, because I didn't stay in the Rainbow Tower at Hilton Hawaiian Village. I actually stayed in one where I was actually able to get a nice
Have a good night.
of the Rainbow Tower from my balcony on the 22nd floor. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to turn the volume down on the video just a little bit. That way I'm a little bit louder, and that way it's easier to hear me as well. San Diego, California. Oh, right. That's right, Aaron. You have been to San Diego, California. I figured when I said San Diego, you were figuring Texas, because I know there's San Diego, Texas. But San Diego, California is really nice. Yeah, I heard about Cam going to Honolulu. Honolulu is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people have been going there recently as well, which is kind of crazy. It seems like everyone that I know is going to Hawaii. Grand Islander actually was the next video I filmed that. Actually, not this.
This is the
Not
Grand
this video.
Islander elevator accident.
Not this one, but the next one. Hang on. I think we do that. We close that out. Yep. I'm gonna run it in the better media player because movies and TV kind of sucks. Here we go. And then I'm gonna show you after this. I want to show you guys one of the elevator towers I remember riding the elevators in back when I was 6 years old. Some of the elevators that kind of was like the very beginning of my interest in elevators, because for a long time when I was a kid, you know, I had a small interest in elevators to ride them, but it wasn't anything too serious. Then I guess that hobby kind of got swept under the rug for a little bit, and then it picked up as time went on.
We are here
Here's
at
the
the
Grand
Grand
Islander,
Islander
though.
Hotel at the Hilton Hawaiian Village in
Or you went
Honolulu,
in
Hawaii.
2021. Though I went to
And check out what
San
we have
Diego,
here.
California for the first time in
We
late
have Otis
2015.
compass
And then I
elevators here
went
to ride.
back in
These are cool.
February.
So we're gonna go up to 38.
It was sometime early 2023. I keep forgetting when it was.
Press the button repeatedly to increment floor numbers. Hold the button to enter destination. Floor 38. Proceed to car D to the right.
The best part is none of these elevators. There's like one tower of elevators at Hilton Hawaiian Village that actually is carded, and the ones that are carded are just carded on the call station. They're not even anything cool like this. So that's nice. The fact that these are not carded. I mean, these Otis Compass elevators are super cool. I probably filmed close to 15 videos of Destination Dispatch when I was in Honolulu. I think I ended up walking out of Honolulu at least, with, over 170 videos. A good chunk of those elevator videos came from the airport as well, but I still got a ton of content, especially downtown. I took a day to go to downtown and just film as much as I could there. Downtown had some cool stuff, a lot of Otis Compass. There were also some Schindler ports as well. I love the fact that they played Hawaiian music in the elevator. It was just such a nice vibe, you know, being in Hawaii, being way the heck away from Michigan back when it was still cold, you know, here. It was just nice, for sure. Are you going to Florida next week, Brian? That's cool.
Floor going down.
It probably is. Who knows, though? It probably is copyrighted then. Who knows? I'll let you, when I upload the video, I'll let YouTube tell me if it is, and if it is, then I'll just go in and use the YouTube editor to just freaking
Press the button repeatedly to
mute it out.
floor
You know,
numbers.
it'd just be easier if I do it that way.
Destination. Lower lobby. 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 Proceed to car.
Imagine if you had to use that handicap button to go like to maybe 415. You'd be pushing that thing a lot. And these elevators, because we're in Hawaii and we're so close to Japan, they speak Japanese on the panels as well. Japanese. Because Japan is not too far from Hawaii. There's a lot of people that come to Hawaii from Japan whenever they're looking to get away. Yeah, these things are pretty sweet. The Grand Islander has some pretty cool elevators. Yeah, I believe these are 360. It's all good, Aaron. You didn't know. But you know now? I really enjoyed my time in Hawaii. I'd love to go back. It was so nice just to get out of here for 2 weeks, kind of take a break from college because I was taking classes while I was there. But fortunately, my one class, my government class, we never really did anything in class because my government professor was kind of a goof because we would just sit there all day and just talk and then talk politics half the time. It was just we never did anything. It was such a dumb class.
These are
I'm
the
glad
video
I'm
for
done with that
elevators.
one. But
Let's go down to water lobby.
I guess for the fact that I was going to be gone for 2 weeks, it worked out as well. Let's show you guys some of the elevators that I rode at one of the other towers here that I remember riding when I was 6 years old. We're going to start. I did it again.
It is a.
Let's go to media player. Here we go. So
It is a
these are the
beautiful night
Tapa
here in
Tower
Honolulu,
elevators.
Hawaii.
So the Tapa
And
Tower
we come to
is
the elevators
one of the
here
other
at the
towers.
Tapa
There's
Tower
about 6 towers.
at the Hilton
And I
Hawaiian
remember
Village
my mom taking me on the low-rise
in
elevators.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
And I think I
In
even
my
said it
previous
in the
video,
video.
we took a ride on the low-rise elevators. The low-rise elevators go 1 to 19.
And in this video, we're going to take a ride on the high-rise elevators that go up to 35.
So I remember when I was young, my mom took me on these elevators, and we rode the
Now, as I
low-rise up
explained
to
in my
19.
low-rise video, these
Here, listen.
elevators have a very special connection to me. I remember riding these the last time I was here in Hawaii when I was 6 years old back in 2009. And I remember them because that they were separated between low-rise and high-rise. I remember a gentleman telling me those ones went up to 19 and these go to 35.
Yeah, so the story behind that was a gentleman told my mom and I, if you go to the other elevator bank, you can go up higher. And in this case, you can go to 35 on the high rise. And it was so nice. This was, by the way, the first night that I flew into Hawaii. Now, we had a 10-hour travel to get there that day. But first thing I got there, I was like, I got to run around and film some stuff just so that way I get some content. And I'm so glad I did, because then when I got to the top of the tower, I kind of realized something. I'm like, wow, these elevators, they're kind of familiar. And then I realized, holy crap, I rode these when I was 6 years old when my mom took me on these. And these elevators, they're super cool. There are some nice Otis elevators. They're a little glitchy, as you can see by the indicator, but it was just cool remembering these elevators, that the one bank, you could go to 19 for the low rise, and then the high rise went to 35.
Goes blank every time we stop.
A very special connection with these elevators. Some of my early childhood elevators. These ones right here. No, it wasn't express them because it was after 419.
As I was saying, I remember riding these elevators when I was 6 years old, and the story is that my mom took me around to all the buildings around Hilton Hawaiian Village, and I remember riding and seeing this view of the elevators on the 35th floor, because a gentleman told me that the low rise only goes up to 19, but if you get on the other bank, they go all the way up to 35.
I don't remember too much either from that age, Aaron, but there's a lot of things I started to remember from when I went to Hawaii, when I started seeing things as well. No new clock videos. Clock videos are mostly on. Actually, I haven't even wound my clocks in months. It's been a while. Clock videos are not entirely retired, but until I get a better setup than the way I have them set up here, I just don't like filming them here because where I'm streaming from right now, this room is just such a mess. I'm trying to get it cleaned up. I've already started throwing out some stuff and cleaning them up. Not any clocks thrown out wise, but as well. You can get rid of music without the audio being muted. Yeah, there might be a way to do that. I think that's a little more advanced for me, but maybe I'll give it a shot. If I can find like a DIY video on YouTube, and maybe I will. Let me show you guys the elevators of the tower I stayed in when I was there the first time. And if I remember, yeah, it's the Lagoon Tower was where we stayed at. Let me show you guys this one. Now this one I think I filmed, this one I filmed a different night, I think, as well. And fortunately, my room key, even though I was in a different tower, worked to call these elevators. So let's take a look at these ones next. Then we'll kind of skip around and show some other stuff as well.
It is a beautiful night here in Honolulu, Hawaii. And
Let's skip that a little bit. So once we get in, so there's the elevator lobby. Now, when I first stayed here back in 2009, these elevators were not. These were not key carded.
Is not key carded, but the key card that they give us does work on these elevators.
Yeah, I was so happy when I found out that the key card worked. These were super cool.
Let's go up to the penthouse.
And I remember that too because I remember one of the elevators, the far left one, went down to the basement, and the others did. Another thing that I remember as well about this hotel, and it was a little emotional at the same time as well, thinking like, wow, I was 6 years old, and now here I am, 16 years later, riding these elevators that I rode when I once was a kid. I couldn't believe it when I saw these again in person. I'm like, wow.
Here at the penthouse. Let's go down to the lobby.
This was 16 years ago that I got to ride
these late at night because these are pretty busy during the day.
Yeah, these elevators are pretty busy. So that's actually a bright side for anyone that wants to actually go here and film them, because the call station's locked off. If they're busy, you have a good chance of sneaking on. Yeah, I agree, Brian. They kind of are weird. Hey, it was good talking to you, 2 o'clock YouTube. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. We'll pause that. I'm going to see you. I could show you this over here. Andrew also filmed this one when he was in Honolulu as well. I found this one because I literally saw it right off the street as well, because it was next to a McDonald's that I was eating at.
Okay, everybody, we are here at the Discovery Bay Center off
So this
of
is
Ala
Discovery
Moana
Bay
in
off
Honolulu,
of
Hawaii.
Ala Moana Boulevard.
And
And they have an Otis Lexan here.
Ooh, it's an Otis Lexan.
I didn't know what it was when I saw it off the street, but I knew there was a glass elevator. I didn't expect it to be a Lexan, though.
Is the inside original? Yes, it is. Let's go down to the lower level.
Wow, that's awesome, Aaron.
I saw this elevator from the street. It's dark.
Yep, and I just said in the video I saw the elevator from the street.
I was not expecting it to be an
By the way, don't forget, guys, speaking of Hawaii content, you guys voted on it, and I said if you guys get me to 5,000 subs by the end of the year, I will prioritize all my Hawaii content. So keep that in mind. We get to 5,000 by the end of the year, which is definitely possible. My subscriber rate's been going up significantly. If we get to 5,000 by the end of the year, I'm going to high prioritize my Honolulu content. That'll go first, and then the rest of my Hawaii content following that as well. But this Otis Lexan was pretty cool. It was nice to find something like this. There were some elevators that Jason and Andrew also got on that I had no idea about, that I wish I knew about while I was here. But who knows? Maybe for the future, whenever I get back. Yeah, there was some alarm in the basement that was beeping then. That's what that was. And there was someone that was getting on the elevator. Let's see what else we got. The Modern Hotel. What was this? Actually, this was a pretty nice one. They got ThyssenKrupp there. We'll go to something a little bit more cool. Let's see. What about Ilokai Hotel? That was just the penthouse elevator. Let's see what else do I have that's kind of cool. Prince Waikiki was pretty cool, actually. The Ala Moana Tower. Well, they're both about the same, anyways. But Andrew also filmed these as well. He got a take during the day. I got these at night.
Hello, everybody. Today we are here at the elevators at the Prince Waikiki Hotel. This is the Ala Moana Tower elevators.
It's got those M1
like we have an
call
M1
buttons as well,
button.
which is pretty unique.
It's an M1 call button.
They got a card reader, but it's not active, so you can go all the way up to
Okay, we'll go to
33, which is
33.
awesome. That's the one thing I
Let's get
loved
a video.
about Honolulu is pretty much every building was high rise, and even at the office buildings in downtown were super easy to film. I actually only got busted once when I was in Honolulu, and that's because there was a guard at the front desk and they had cameras in the elevators, and I took a lot of rides up and down. Let's just say I was actually about to end the video. I was going to go down to 3 or 2, whatever floor it was, and then end the video, but then there was a guard waiting for me on the 5th floor or something like that. And, yep. He's like, you got to go downstairs, talk to my supervisor. I'm like, all right. Pretty much said, I'm just interested in the way elevators work. And he's like, all right, you got to go. And I said, no worries.
33.
I got the video, which is what I was looking to get anyways. But
it looks like there's nowhere to get a view up here. So let's go back down.
it's a nice Otis mod overall. These were definitely Series 1s at one point, probably from the 80s though. But even the view at night from Prince Waikiki is beautiful. I mean, just you get the lights from all the buildings and stuff like that. It's just beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong with a view like that, even at night. During the daytime, it's better though.
Stopping on 17. How's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Where you going? You're just going up and down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Getting a video. I mean, it's beautiful out here. Got a nice view of the city.
It is.
I decided to pull one of my things there where I didn't explain the hobby of elevator photography because I got a view out there. So I was like, yeah, I'm just getting a video of the view. You know, sometimes it's not always. Sometimes in certain situations, I'm not always the most comfortable explaining the hobby, but more often than not, I typically do. But because there was a view out there, I figured, yeah, we'll just go with that one. I want to show you guys this one though. Here's another vintage Otis.
All right, everybody, we are here at the Equus Hotel.
Yeah, he was pretty nice.
In Honolulu, Hawaii, and you can see the fireworks over there that they're shooting off. And we have a vintage Otis elevator.
We have Marriott Marquis at home. Atlanta's a city I want to go to as well at some point. There's a lot of, especially because obviously some of the most famous elevators are home down there.
Boulevard.
But I'll tell you what, I'll show you guys a couple more things from Honolulu. Then we'll play our first game of Jackbox, and then we'll probably go and take a look at the content I got from Vegas and St. George as well.
The elevator should be here now.
Maybe you know what, I'll show some of the Wisconsin content first before we do that, because I didn't get much from Wisconsin.
Pretty much original. It's got Dewhurst buttons.
Yeah, unfortunately the inside did get Dewhurst buttons, but the indicator and the logic is original, which is 100% what I would rather. You know, if they replace the buttons, I'm not happy about it, but at least if they keep the logic to the elevator original, you can't go wrong with that. Because in the end, the logic is going to be how the elevator runs and how, you know, obviously it's the main computer system of the elevator. Obviously this is probably relay controlled, so it's not like the elevator could get hacked or anything like that. All it knows is just goes to 4, you go to 10, okay, we put a relay request in for 10, we go to 10. As opposed to, you know, newer elevators that got things like power save mode and stuff like that. Older elevators like this, all they know how to do is just go up and down, which is great.
It's too bad the buttons in here have been replaced.
Oh, I don't mind Dewhurst either. It's just, you know, like I said, in a situation like this, I definitely would have liked to see the original pictures, but again, logic was original, call buttons were original, so can't really complain too much about that.
On 6.
This is such a weird hotel as well.
Yes, sir.
You can't, the elevator doesn't serve like the street level. You actually have to go up a set of stairs to get to it, which is really strange.
This one's like pretty different, pretty unique. Yeah, definitely charming.
Alright, I'll show you guys some, here, you guys want to see some cool stuff, I'll show you guys this. Here's an office building I went to.
Alright, these are the elevators here at 1833 Kalakaua Avenue, Honolulu, Hawaii.
These are Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
These things were pretty cool. I think Andrew and Jason filmed it different. I I think Andrew just posted a video not too long ago actually where he went to I don't know if it was a hotel or something like that. I can't remember, but he just posted some Mitsubishis from Honolulu as well. I happened to stumble upon this office building while I was walking around finding some other buildings to check out. And I was very surprised and taken back when I saw, oh wow, this office building has Mitsubishi, so couldn't complain about that.
It's got a bumper.
Doors also beep. When you push the door close button and the doors are about to close, they'll go. You never know, Will. There could be. I don't think we have any here in Michigan, Mitsubishi-wise. Here's an apartment complex and a hotel that I got lucky to get onto. Well, actually, it's easy to get to the elevators. It's just they're carded. Let me show you guys this. This is the Waikiki Monarch Hotel. Half hotel, half residential.
Up to 24. These ones go up to the penthouse 6. So we're gonna see if these elevators, yeah, these go up like really high, up to 33. So we're gonna see if we can get a ride on these.
Get that out of your way.
Yeah, that one's, yeah, it goes up over 40 floors. Over 40 floors, yeah, because that one was at 38 and then penthouse 5 and 6, so something like 45 floors, maybe 44.
44 floors to be exact. Dude, they're all locked off, unfortunately.
The doors are closing. Please.
Oh, that message is cool too, by the way.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear.
So unfortunately, these are all locked off. But fortunately, when I got up here in the lobby,
Going up.
fortunately some people were on. I said, "Can you push P6 for me?" Or maybe it wasn't this one. It was a little later.
Please stand clear.
I think it was right here.
Which floor are you going to?
PH6, please.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear.
Piece of cake, like that.
I know. $27 for a box. I know.
E1 and all that is like Express Zone 1, Express Zone 2. I mean, for residential to have like 40 floors, especially out there, is pretty insane. I mean, if it was Chicago, that'd be nothing. You know, they got residential towers that go up 80 floors.
Really? Yeah. It's half. I get them at Sam's Club. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much, you know, which is nice because I got to ride all the way up to penthouse 6.
Doors are closing. Please stand clear.
And there's that message right there, which is pretty unique as well. So that was kind of cool to go up 44 floors. Let's see what else I got from here as well. I don't know if these are Schindler. This is probably just some weird generic mod as well. It depends, Brian. I just had Buddy's Pizza when Nick was here. On last Sunday when he was here in Detroit. We went to the downtown location. It was my first time eating at that one. Here, Ben, you mentioned Schindler. I could throw some Schindlers up here for you guys. One of the hotels that had a Schindler mod, the Ambassador Hotel, the Leahy Tower.
And for quick reference, this is the Leahy Tower.
Oh, right. That's a note to self. I'm not going to upload that when that goes up with that video. But
Hello, everybody. Today we are here at the Romer Waikiki at the Ambassador Hotel in Honolulu, Hawaii. We're up here on the penthouse where we got a nice view.
I think these are
of the
key
whole
carded
city.
from
Look
the,
at this. You can see
from the
literally
lobby.
almost everything from up here.
And it's all open air as well. Like, there's no windows there either. Like, there's a window there.
Mod of elevators over here. So we'll see that window real quick.
It's all just open air, which is really cool. Let me see. I think towards the end.
Time. All right, we'll send this one away. Let's see real quick if we can actually call them, if these are indeed key carded or not. Nope, they're not key carded. So the key card readers are another hotel that has a 13th floor. Found it interesting.
His Schindler mod was pretty cool. Nope, I didn't break a chair. I'm not that fat, Will. Just kidding. I'm not calling anyone fat, but I mean, I haven't done that yet where I've broken a chair. Thankfully. I think I was watching Jared's stream that night that happened where he broke that chair. That was pretty funny. My chair just broke. These elevators had a nice Schindler mod. It was kind of boring though after like 2 rides, you know. It's just a basic
You going up?
mod.
Which one are you going to?
3, please.
All right, here I'll show you guys a freight elevator. I got the Ala Moana shopping center, the big mall that they have in Honolulu. Show you guys this one. They had a freight elevator, and I
Hello,
figured
everybody.
I had to
Today
give it
we're
a
here
shot.
at Ala Moana Center.
Yeah, it's a 6400 mod. I never put
Ala Moana
NA
Center.
in there because NA I think just stands for North America, which, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need the letters though for that. Everyone knows it has a 6400 mod. Oh yeah, Ben, I do remember that stream where Jason did that infamous burp really loud, and then Andrew sat on his lap, and they're like, "Oh shoot!" because the chair just sank all the way to the floor because they pretty much put overweight on that chair. I remember that. I wish that stream was still public, unless you got a link to it somewhere, Ben. I think it's unlisted. But here was one of the freight elevators I filmed here at Ala Moana. Of course, you know, I gotta try the door trick. If I can hold the door closed without them opening, you know, I'd be fine with that. This is the kind of mall that it's pretty easy to film at. I had to wait for the door motor to cut. Yeah, you should. You see if you can find that. We'll see if we can find that stream where Jared broke his chair. But yeah, that was one of the freights. Let's see what else did I film. Maybe we'll skip it and I'll show you guys some stuff. Yeah, let's just go to downtown. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let me show you guys some of the IDs, the Schindler Iconic 10 IDs that I was able to film. These were pretty cool. So these ones, you have to scan a card in order to call the elevators on the 1st and 3rd floor. But if you're on floor 5 or above,
welcome to the Twin Fin Hotel in Honolulu, Hawaii. We have some epic elevators here to ride.
So floor 5
Schindler
and
Iconic 10s.
25.
Look at this.
I'm actually going to turn the volume down
These
a
are
bit more on
cool.
that. But if you guys go to the 5th floor or any floor above 5 or higher, you don't need to scan a card in order to make a call to the elevator. So you could ride these elevators from floor 5 to 25 without needing a card. These things were pretty cool.
E just opened up.
E opened up because I placed a call before I started the video. I think I started and did a clip of an elevator. I was going to start the video, but I think I didn't like the way I started it, so I cut the video and started it up again. I think that's why that happened. So yeah, these are just basic Schindler Iconic 10/ID. They're pretty sweet overall.
It's got a cool cab to it.
Fun to ride though, that's for sure.
25.
These used to be Otis, based on that door track. All right, now we'll move downtown. But Yeah, those are pretty cool as well. So we'll go downtown to 737 Bishop Street. This is one of the office towers.
737 Bishop Street, downtown Honolulu.
Now, I got a long video of these elevators. I got about, over 8-minute long video of the elevators here. They got cameras here. They do have a security office, but it's kind of over in the distance. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't get busted. But, can't complain. I got a great video of these Otis Compass elevators, so that'll be cool to post as well in the future. Pacific Guardian Center. It's got two towers, two twin towers, you could say. 737 and then 733 Bishop Street. Look at the car lanterns on the outside of the elevators as well, like where I showed B. It's pretty interesting, actually. It's like elevator B. I think I showed it. Yeah, no, I didn't show it here, but I probably showed it later on how interesting the lanterns were. Yep, and so do you, Ben. For the Jason burp. That Jason burp was so iconic. I'll pull up maybe one more tower. These were pretty cool. I gotta show you guys these. These were Montgomery's. This building's pretty easy to film as well. It's half office, half residential. These are Montgomery's. Harbor Court.
Let's go up to 31. These are the high-rise elevators. Those are the mid-rise that go 14 to 21. These go up to 31.
And these are Montgomery's. These are super cool. I think 31, if I recall, opens up to someone's office.
Opens right up to an office.
Yep. As I just said in the video, opens right up to someone's office. And I gotta show you guys these ThyssenKrupp Destination Dispatch as well. These are pretty sweet. Use elevator A. These were pretty cool. Security desk on the first floor, but I was like, all right, they're out of the way. I can kind of just film. I can at least film the start of the video from here, and then I'll just go to 2 every time I go back down. I didn't realize till later on that's like, oh, I got to go to the left side. The indicator's not on. I figured the indicator would be on the digital screen, but clearly it wasn't. Yeah, I'll show you guys this one next. Here's another interesting tower as well. This one I actually thought I was going to get busted in, but fortunately I didn't. Because they had security and they had some other people around as well.
Building, 201 Merchant Street in downtown Honolulu.
This was interesting too, because they had...
This is 1188 Bishop Street, Century Square. We're starting on the 16th floor. These are 37 floor.
That's because I can't recall if there's a guard on the first floor or something, but these were busy and I just had a sense that was like, if I don't start on the first floor or something like that, I might get busted. And they had cameras in these as well. Now, interestingly enough, this is an office tower. They got 37 floors. And it's just the way these elevators are laid out, which is what's weird about them. And I think 37 was locked off, so I could only go to 36. Yep, 37 was locked, so I could only go to 36. And these were kind of slow as well. These were old Otis that got a ThyssenKrupp mod.
Maybe there is no 37th floor.
It's possible there may not have been a 37th floor, but they added a 37th floor. Actually, there is a 37th floor because there's stairs that go up. This building was weird, but it was still cool.
There's nowhere to get a view.
Oh, no worries, elevators rock on, it happens. Alright, I'll show you guys a couple more videos and we'll play a game of Jackbox. Here's another building off of Bishop Street in Honolulu. It's got, what are these buttons? Does anyone know? Because there's a hospital in Pontiac, Michigan here that has those same buttons. Now, these are super cool because they got a replace panel and then they got the original panel. Just wait till you guys see this. I think I foamed a little bit too.
No way.
I just said, no way. The chime and everything like this reminds me of the elevators that Andrew filmed at the Steinberg elevators at I think it was the Jewish hospital in St. Louis or wherever that was. Hey, Clock Channel, welcome back.
Holy crap. This is amazing.
And obviously I decided because we got the original pictures, I'm not going to use that stupid slap-on panel on the left. I'm going to use that panel on the right. So that was super cool as well. If you ever make your way out, if any of you guys ever get a chance to go to Hawaii, definitely go get yourself some good elevator videos as well. There is a lot of good stuff in Hawaii. And if you like just filming at tall buildings and stuff like that, it's also really easy as well.
No way. These are amazing. We're going to switch elevators.
Alright, here's some Schindlers. Here's a Schindler Port, to be exact. These are pretty cool. These are the high-rise.
We're here at 841 Bishop Street in Honolulu, Hawaii, downtown. These are the elevators that go 15 to 23. Schindler Port. Otis.
Oh, you had Baskin Robbins? Oh, cool. Nice. Welcome back, Clock YouTube. Both of you, welcome back. Got the Clock channels on here. Good to see you guys.
Take elevator A.
It's interesting because half of these tall office buildings in downtown Honolulu, I don't even think half of them had security, or if they did, they were on a higher floor. So there's that as well that I thought was interesting as well. Right, there's enough of that. I'll show you guys these. These are pretty sweet.
We're here at 1003 Bishop Street,
These are the low-rise elevators over here, but these are the high-rise elevators.
Now, had I not had to stop my
So
video
check
and
it right
free
out.
up space
They are
on my
really
phone, I would have gotten a better take of these because the top floor, I think, locks off after 5 p.m. I mean, it's not too much of a difference. It's just one floor
Look
difference.
at these cabs, and just wait till you see what we have here.
I hear it every now and then when I'm there. Yeah, 28 was working like before I started filming. These are some old Otis elevators that got the disappearing indicator. These are super. And TKE fan and I just found some in Detroit, some 4-story ones that have a nice indicator like this as well. I forgot to go back and film them because TKE and I went to a building. TKE filmed them. I said, I'll go and film them before I leave, and I forgot to do it, of course. So I got to make sure I do that next time I'm downtown. Hey, Zoe, welcome back.
I had to retake these, but I was just able to go up to 28. I don't know why I can't now.
Classic Otis controller thing, and it's still going up when the top floor is locked off. That's why I had to wait for the door to close. So I'm going to show you guys the low rise of this building because the low rise were still original. The high rise already got modernized, but these were Otis series ones, possibly Elevonics.
Okay, these are the low-rise elevators here at the American Savings Bank Tower, Bishop Square at 1001 Bishop Street.
Building across the street from this one was the one I got busted at. That's all good, Zoe. Yeah, I have a strong feeling that these are Elevonics. Favorite type of elevator? Destination dispatch tends to be one of my favorite kinds, just because they're just not as common as other elevators, and obviously that makes them more unique.
These might be getting modernized based on the construction I'm seeing.
They probably were, because the high rise had already been modernized.
Send that one away, and we'll get another one.
Andrew rode this elevator that I'm about to show you guys when he was here. I filmed it as well, and I think Cam did as well. And this thing just died on me after I got down to the lobby. You'll see.
Okay, we are here at the Diamond Head Tower at the Hilton Hawaiian Village in Honolulu, Hawaii. There's a look at the Rainbow Tower over there and the other towers in the complex. And if we walk around over here to this corridor, this leads to the service elevators. Now this one,
these service elevators are literally right out in the open.
looks like it's getting work done on it. The shaft lights are on.
I'm pretty sure these are getting modernized.
We have some old Otis touch. Look at this.
So it's interesting because I was able to ride the elevator down to the lobby, and then from there it just refused to move. There was a member of staff
There's
out
a
there.
band performing at the Tapa Bar, which is one of the restaurants here in the Hilton Hawaiian Village.
What happened was
which is the music you're hearing
one
in
of
the
the
background.
tower elevators, this elevator just went down and it just wouldn't move. So there was a member of staff out there. I pretty much made up an excuse. I'm like, yeah, I think I got on the wrong elevators because I went to these ones, and stuff like that. I think Andrew said it died. Yeah, he did say it died on him as well, and they had to find their way out of the service corridor. I was so upset when
They might be modernizing it.
I was so upset though when I got down to the lobby, and then
Look at this panel.
it just wouldn't move because if these weren't so glitchy like that, these would be so cool. I mean, they still are, but it's just unfortunate that the logic kind of failed. Most of the indicator is dead, but at least the down arrow works. So there's that, which is pretty cool.
17.
And at this point, there's still a minute 40 seconds left, and it was me trying to get this thing to move. And at that point, oh boy, I heard the door creak. There's someone out there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Clock down. Java Vader just posted this, what I'm about to show you guys next. Then I'll do like two more videos, one or two more videos, then we'll go play some Jackbox. I know you guys, some of you guys have been waiting. So, Java Vader just posted these on his channel.
Okay, we're back.
The ThyssenKrupp hybrids. I actually cut the video and then I started back up. But these are some pretty sweet ThyssenKrupp Destination Dispatch hybrids. They're not true Destination Dispatch because they got floor buttons on the inside, but they still were pretty cool, at least the panels that were on the lower floors.
Let's go up to the penthouse, and then we're gonna end it down here.
Yeah, essentially your basic ThyssenKrupp elevator from there. It's got the destination indicator on the side.
44, please.
So then this is the Holiday Inn Express, one of the tallest Holiday Inn Express hotels I'd ever seen. And these are key carded, but one of the elevators, the middle one in the high-rise bank, if you open the cabinet, you can flip the switch, and it'll actually turn off the card reader. I think it was on the high-rise. Maybe yeah, it was on the high-rise, which was kind of cool. The other two elevators, the cabinet was locked, but one of them, I like I said, I think it was the middle elevator in the high-rise. The cabinet was open, and you could flip the switch, and it would turn the card reader off.
What?
Sounds good, Clock YouTube.
Here, I'll step out. Sorry.
Big family in the elevator, so I said, let me step out, that way you guys can get out, and it's just easier on everyone, so obviously that's what I did there, and then, oh, here we go, I'm back in the elevator now, I'm good.
These are the elevators here at the Holiday Inn Express in Honolulu.
I mean, that's crazy, a 44-story Holiday Inn Express. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, how many floors even is this place? And then when I saw the panel before I started filming, I'm like, 44 stories? You gotta be kidding. Yep, EZ stands for Express Zone. It's pretty easy to figure out the meaning. Haha. Express Zone, yes, that is what it stands for.
44th floor. Wow. I gotta say, this is probably one of the tallest hotels, at least Holiday Inns I've ever seen. 44 floors up. Wow. And these are the high-rise elevators. The low-rise go 1 to 24, and on the lobby they're on this side. Now let's see if we can get a view. Probably
sadly there was no view.
Unfortunately. We're here all the way at the top. Let's see if we got anything. Yep, have a good night.
I think it was after the video I discovered the other elevator. You don't need you could just turn the switch off.
Can you push 44?
Yeah, that one again.
Looks like these might have been Westinghouse. Send this down. Let's go back down to the lobby.
low-rise elevators here at the Holiday Inn Express Hotel in Honolulu, Hawaii. We got 24. We're gonna go up 24.
Yeah, these might have been Westinghouse. That would have been cool to see. I know I filmed the elevators at the hotel that Andrew stayed at, which was the, I think it was the Shore something. Let me see. Park Shore. Yep, Park Shore
We're
Waikiki.
at 24. Send that one away and we'll get another one.
Andrew stayed at this hotel when he was in Honolulu.
Push 18, please. Thank you.
18. Oh my God, I said, can you push 18? I just went ahead and just pushed it. I also find it interesting how the arrow finally just comes on like right before we get to the 8th floor, or whatever floor it was we stopped at. Well, that's because the arrow doesn't come on while it's in transit. Only if like if it's pretty much if it's paired up with the exterior indicator that says elevator's going up or down, that's when it comes on. It just makes more sense if it stayed on the whole time. Yeah, most hotels are not smart carded. The only place that elevators are smart carded is Las Vegas. That's like the only spot you really see a lot of hotels smart carded. Most hotels
These are the owners here
they're
at
not
the
too
Park Shore Waikiki Hotel in
That's because Las
Honolulu,
Vegas, the
Hawaii.
strip kind of becomes dangerous at night. When I was actually in Vegas, the night that I went to St. George, I'm glad I wasn't at the strip because there was a shooting, unfortunately.
Here's
Which
also
is
a 40
unfortunate. It's
on.
really sad that people have to resort to that.
Two's open. Let's get a view out
All
there
right,
real quick.
here's
from
what we're
the
gonna
18th
do.
floor.
Let's transition
Get a
back.
beautiful
Let's
view.
get Jackbox going now. We'll get things going for that. So that way we can play a little Jackbox. So thinking we'll do some Quiplash 3. Hey Will, are you still here? If Will is still here, I'm gonna ask him to be a mod. Will, can you be a mod? Just want to remind everyone of the rules for Jackbox on this channel. Just make sure you keep everything appropriate, and let's have some fun. All right, well, I will text you the mod code here in a second. All right, once this loads, I will get that sent to you. For now, everyone, make sure you head to jackbox.tv. I'll put a link to it in the chat. Head to that link, assuming this thing decides to load. I'll do that for now. I hope this is going to work because I think we had problems the last time I did a stream and I tried to do Jackbox. Yeah, it's giving me issues, so hang on, folks. Maybe we'll Let's try Party Pack 2. Let's see if that works. And we'll try Excel. This is taking a while. Please check your internet connection. I don't know why I've been having, I think we tried to do Jackbox some other time as well, and we were having issues. I don't know why. That's weird. Let me see something. Let me check. Let me check and make sure that my I'm gonna exit out of this. I'm gonna check and make sure everything's up to date in terms of updates on Steam. It says it's up to date. Should be. That's weird. Probably not, Will. Just because it'll be it'll be harder to do it that way. I'll try relaunching Party Pack 7. See if this works. Let me check settings too. One more try. We'll see if we get this thing going. Could also potentially be my the version I have for OBS. Maybe I need to update that as well. It's possible. The internet should be fine because we've been streaming everything else fine. Actually, you know what? There's one thing I guess I could check real quick. Yeah, I bet I know what the problem is. I bet you my VPN is the reason. We might disconnect for a second from the stream. All right, let's see. We should be back now, I would think. Let's give that a shot. Let's try this now. I bet you that's what it was. My VPN tends to do that where it'll actually get in the way of programs and stuff like that. So let's head back into Party Pack 7. This should be the fix to it. I would bet that that was the problem. And if that's the case, yep, that was the problem. It was just my VPN. Will, I'm texting you the mod code right now. So stand by for that. It's coming to you right now. All right, folks, we're going to get this game going right now. So here we go. The code's going to pop up on the screen along with the game itself. Here we go.
Enter the room code FIOR.
All right, folks, get in the game. Code is FIOR.
Put in this room code to play. FIOR.
Okay, we got Clock Channels, Williams on here. We'll get you on for the mod session as well. We do got it. Okay, you're on. Perfect. Wait about a minute for more people to get in here. Ben, hop in if you would like to play. Got 11 people watching currently, so let's get these spots filled up. Now let's play some Quiplash. You never know. Cam could always be hiding in the shadows. Sometimes he'll pop out of nowhere on streams and stuff like that. Oh, Ben's in the middle of something? Okay. I'll wait another minute. We can get this game going with a few more people. It'd be a little bit more fun than just three. Three people isn't always the most fun, but if that's what we're stuck with, that's fine. Okay, Ben's in. Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to end the stream probably closer to 10:30, something like that. Do got to go to work tomorrow. But figured I want to do a little something special for you guys because I haven't done a stream like this on the computer in a while. We're going to start the game in 15 seconds and counting. I'm watching my analog bird clock. Once that goes to the 30-second mark, which is 5 seconds. And that's 15 seconds, so here we go. Hey, Metro's here. Oh, I just started the game. He probably could have joined. I probably would have won again. Metro, do you want to play real quick? I can restart it.
Flash 3. The smell of laughter. I'm your host, Schmitty, and you're now all my best friends.
Metro, if you want to play, I'll restart real quick.
Hey, if you're bummed out you're not in the game, you can still affect the score.
Okay.
Join the voting audience.
Hang on 1 second. We'll switch back to the rules real quick. We'll get Metro in here. I could have waited another 15 seconds. Yeah, it was bad timing. All right, join it.
P-U-W-W.
Awesome, Metro. That's good. Driving is very important, and it's good that you have that skill. All right, everybody get in. Let's get this filled up now. Should have 5 people. But that's awesome, though. 5 months since you got your license. That's awesome. Go to jackbox.tv and put in the code PEW, P-U-W-W. Hey, Davin. Davin, you want to play?
The room code is
Get in the game, enter the code PUWW. Thanks, Will, for putting the link in there. Okay, Metro's in. Gavin, if you want to get in, I'll wait probably another minute. Unless you put something in the chat saying you want to, then I will wait until you get in. Okay, Gavin's in. Anybody else? Anybody else? Wait about another minute. So we got 6 people in here. This will be a little bit more fun than just the 4 that we were originally going to have. Yeah, Ben's on his way to getting his license. All right, let's get this game going. Good, that was good that we restarted. We got 2 more people on here now, so that's awesome. Hope you're doing well this evening, Metro. Always good to hear from you.
Ready for Quiplash 3, Symphony number 3 in Q minor. I'm your host, Schmitty, and could you please take off your shoes? I just cleaned the game.
All right, my shoes are off.
It's the prequel to round 2, round 1. Points are awarded based on the percentage of people who went for your answer, so make them count.
Sounds good, Clock Channel. Will is our moderator for tonight's game, so make sure you keep all of your answers appropriate, because otherwise, if not, they will not be permitted and approved for the game. I don't mind jokes or anything like that. Keep the language at a minimum. Little swearing's okay, nothing too heavy though. I'm sure we'll be fine though. But moderation's just a second step.
Time's almost up. Hurry.
Gavin, you got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Time's up.
Okay, pencils down. All right, no time like the present.
Someone's going to be getting 3 points.
Never trust a veterinarian who decorates their waiting room with blank.
A pencil holder.
Vote away.
Why do I feel like a pencil holder is a safety? Nope, it wasn't. Ah.
Next up. First was the bro hug. Now bros are doing blank. Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
Chicken jockey mentioned. Thank you. Thank you for the votes.
Next. Nothing can stop the Terminator. Well, nothing except blank.
I saw the Minecraft movie like the second day it was out. Chicken Jockey wasn't too crazy in my theater, but it was very rowdy. I should have gone to see the movie again before they pulled it from theaters. Minecraft movie was great. That's awesome,
And
Ben.
the letter is PS blank.
I'm
All right,
spontaneously
people, it's voting
pregnant.
time.
That's a good answer. But I wrote the right one. Safety quit makes sense. The left one was pretty funny though.
Next on the docket,
I probably would have voted for that one had I gotten this, had I not had this
blank.
prompt. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
And we're left to wonder what could have been.
Well, we'll get some free points. Enjoy that. We call those pity points
And
for you.
next is, your fish are bored. You should put a blank in their tank to amuse them.
Quicksand. Actually, no, I like Howard Miller Worthington. I like that. That's a good answer. I went to see it with my grandma, my sister, and I like the part where, yeah, Lava Chicken was great. Steve, Lava Chicken! That was a great scene. Steve's Lava Chicken was great.
Round one, but now it's time to
Oh
look at
yeah,
the
it was
scores.
great. Because we all thought, like my friends and I that went to see it, we thought it was going to be so bad it was good. But honestly, it was so bad that it was good, but it was also pretty good because it was just funny in general. It had kind of a stupid humor to it, and just a plot that just made it
The
good.
prompts are more demanding, so I've doubled the
Yes,
points.
Technoblade mentioned. Good movie though, regardless. Yes, Line Cube. Flint and Steel. I am Steve. Yes. In the Netherworld, yes. All the highlights from the trailer.
And here's
That was
your
great.
first prompt. The name for a cruise ship that only caters to single ants.
Chicken Jockey. Oh, yep.
Okay,
Chicken
time
Jockey
to
mentioned again.
choose.
Gotta go for the left one, though. It was fine the first time, but that's okay. And Ben just got safety quipped. Safety quiplash. Rest in peace, Ben.
Without
Still love you, though.
further ado, the most confusing name for a nail polish
Hey, and we all thought the
color.
Mario movie was insane.
And now,
Ooh,
pick your
green
favorite.
acid color. That would not be a good color for getting your nails done. Nice job, Metro. Still love you, Ben. Yep, we do. Don't forget to vote on your devices. It'll help get the game going a little faster as well. Pay attention to your devices.
Moving right along. What Santa Claus does on December 26th. Okay, choose your favorite.
The right one, good answer. Better than mine. That right one should have been that right answer should have quipped mine. That was a good answer.
Keep it going. What screen name can you just go ahead and assume is a bot?
Smart Chip Guy 118 Productions. Timu.
Okay,
Yes.
everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Timu, that's a good answer. Timu sucks. Or as they pronounce it in their ads, Temu. Temu is kind of crap.
And next, the best.
I watched a video where a rail fan said, I buy all my rail fanning equipment off Temu and go rail fanning. And it was very low quality, that's for sure. Great, this is great. Free spaghetti, free food, this is perfect. Almost a jinx. It looks like I take the cake on this one. No pun intended, since we're talking about
What's
food.
next? Something that's better left to people under 30.
Online trolling, yep.
Now it's time to vote for your favorite.
100%. Online trolling, definitely. Wow, they were both safeties. Yeah, the Mario movie was great. I like that one.
Round two into words, but let's see
Yeah,
how
it's funny because I remember going to see it, and they didn't start the movie, so my mom got up and said to them, "Hey, you guys are supposed to be playing the Mario movie," because they forgot. They forgot to start it.
Step right up to Whiplash. And behold, a final round to end all
Yeah,
rounds.
Temu is just some Chinese company that they say it's like one of the best sites to buy clothing and all types of accessories and stuff like that for cheap. And it's like, it's not. Sonic 1, I don't think I saw any of the other ones. I saw the first Sonic movie. Cinemark theaters. Oh, okay. I'll either go to AMC or we have the Imagine theaters everywhere here in Michigan. Some of them have elevators, like the one in Novi does, and so does the one in Birmingham and Royal Oak. Both have one as well. Actually, Birmingham has two. I think they actually have two of them. Metro, get your answers in. You got 7 seconds, but by the time you see this, you'll probably run out of time. Oh, you got it in quickly. Nice. Buzzer beater.
3 things you want to touch right now.
Oh boy. Grass, grass, grass.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
I gave my vote to grass, 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 because that was pretty funny when they talk about go outside and touch some grass. I touch grass at work all the time, so I'm good on that. Grass.
Three words that will instantly drive you to irrational anger.
Oops. Well, Ben, I guess that makes up for your quip earlier
More points for you.
from Metro.
3 things everyone can agree on these days. Now it gets real.
My chair
Pick your
just broke,
favorite.
or Popeye's chicken sandwich federal holiday. That's what that's supposed to say. Probably a typo. Don't forget to vote. Pay attention to your devices and vote. Take it.
Glory or tragedy awaits. Let's see the final scores.
Looks like your boy wins this time. Yeah. Alright, well, do we want to play one more game of something? Let's see what we got. Talking points? Blather around? Whichever one we want to spam the bots with, the text-to-speech voices with. Might as well do blather around. We'll do one round of blather around, then probably show maybe like 2 more cities of elevators, and then I think we're gonna end the stream. Reminder that here are the rules. Will you still hop into the... True, Will. Let's give it a shot, though. Alright, everybody, here is the code.
Enter this room code. AQKH.
This will be our last Jackbox game. We're only going to do 2 tonight. 3 people. Can we make it 4? Yes, we can. 5? If Metro wants to play. Yeah, I forgot about that. It doesn't have moderation. I did forget about that. Metro, if you're playing, hop in. We'll get this show on the road. Only gonna wait about another minute. Okay, I'm gonna start here in about 30 seconds. Not sure, are you playing or not? I haven't seen any chats from you in the stream, so probably just gonna get started here in a second. I'm just gonna start now, so let's get the show on the road.
Welcome to Blather Round, the game where it's hard to explain things and you don't talk so good. You're going to present a secret prompt.
We'll skip tutorial.
Then let's play.
Round 1.
Round 1, coming right up. Choose from our fresh farm-to-table prompts. Hard prompts are worth more. Now you're going to craft a sentence that describes your prompt. On your device, you'll see 2 word columns. Tap all the words you want to include in your sentence, and then tap Submit when you're finished. Oh, and you can choose more than 1 word in each column if you want to get creative. Okay, you'll be our first presenter.
All right, I get to go
The
first.
category is thing.
I know you guys like to type random things in here and spam the TTS. That's fine, but actually put some good guesses into this as well.
In the meantime, the presenter will write another sentence.
My name's O'Hara and I'm one of you.
Switch.
I live here at Meadville too.
Good one, Will. Will's just making the Lorax jokes.
You can always hit skip to get a new sentence with new words.
It's nothing like books.
It could
When the
be time to start
presenter uses your guess in a sentence, you get points.
It made me change
Talk
my
about old-timey.
I
PlayStation.
absolutely adore that sentence.
TV.
I say let it die.
Phone.
Wow.
Incredible.
How did you do that, Will? Will, I think you're cheating. I don't know. I'm surprised you got that.
That was great. And hey, here are some points for everyone who
I guess
contributed
Will's just
a
smart.
helpful guess.
Good answer, Will. Okay, so Will got it. All right, Ben's up.
Category is thing.
It's your terrible machine.
Let's get the presentation started.
McDonald's. GRRRRRR.
Had to do it.
It wants the device. Chromebook.
Washing machine.
It's nothing like McDonald's. Dishwasher.
2,810.
Talk about impatient.
That sentence is a work of art.
Computer. It's bigger than dishwasher.
Ben's butt powder.
Rocket.
Ben's butt powder.
Coffee maker. Fridge.
Elevator.
It's nothing like
It's
Ben's
nothing
butt
like
powder
Ben's
and
butt powder
rocket.
and rocket.
Wow, that's a jumbo sentence.
Speaking of wow, I'm gonna do something.
Oh, back. Wow, ow, 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 ow.
Microwave.
I have no idea. 2810.
It's nothing like elevator.
Oh, back.
Time is ticking. Hurry, hurry.
Plum.
Didn't type that right.
Plant. Quite simply, it's a pocket-sized polyhedron. Wallet. It's kinda similar to plant. Tree.
Type fast. We're down to the wire.
Garden. Fruit. It's a flat
Flat somebody. Man, this is gonna be so obvious too.
Got it. How horribly, horribly, horribly shameful. Moving on.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I would have never guessed.
If you saw the answer and thought, oh, that makes sense, then
Nope.
hit my bad on your
Nope.
device.
Nope. Siemens guy blew it. Oopsie poopsie. It's Will's turn.
Is person.
They're a young figure.
Off you go.
kid. Xbox /
Backslash.
Big Ben / Oopsie George Washington.
Give us some clues, Will.
They sing about the art.
Queen Elizabeth. Eminem. Caillou.
She's so talented.
What a sweet little sentence.
Taylor Swift. Not. Wonder Woman.
Nothing like oopsie poopsie.
Architect.
I have nothing. Known for the.
Known for the meaty face.
That doesn't help.
And a / Els. Elsa. Mario. Boswell. Official.
They're a musical version of Taylor Swift.
You must
Oh,
have
man.
a big, juicy brain to make a sentence that long. Get
Justin Bieber. Jojo Siwa.
Another ant, Will.
They're not personal.
They're not a person.
Time
AI?
I. Crap.
Yeah, I would say my bad on that one.
Failure. No problem. The party goes on.
Oopsie poopsie. At least I got a couple points out of that for you using some of my
Okay,
words.
it's finally your turn.
Gavin, you're up.
Ringy ding ding. You're guessing a thing.
It's a yummy concept.
And we're off.
Oh, 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 medicine.
Couldn't help it, I had to do it. Had to do it again. It's similar.
It symbolizes the phenomenon.
Pizza.
Cake.
Chicken jockey. McDonald's.
Chicken jockey.
Fails.
Well,
It's kind of similar to cake.
Steve's lava chicken.
Steve's other chicken. It's kind of similar to cake. Cupcake?
Talk about seafaring.
Ooh, what a tasty sentence.
Ice cream.
KFC. Brownie. Cupcake. Fish food. Seafood. Calvas.
That sounds about right.
Big Piscopan conscience. Fries.
It has the same vibe as Steve's lava chicken.
Steve's lava chicken.
Chicken fingers. Rob Robin. French fries pizza.
It desires the object.
You haven't got long left.
Chicken nuggets.
Kind of similar to
It's kinda
brownie.
similar to brownie.
Like
Oh, picnic.
cookie.
Only a few seconds left.
Blanket.
Picnic.
Sandwich.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
It's a lot like fries. Oh, maybe it's chips. What?
Congratulations.
It has this. I love how it has the same vibe as Steve's lava chicken. I love that. That's funny.
Time to check in on the scores. Just so you know, I calculated all of this by hand.
Well, I'm in the lead
Just
thanks
for
to Will
you.
putting chalk in.
Double points.
Everybody
By
pick
now you're
your.
practically expert at picking prompts. If you're having trouble choosing a prompt, you must be a really indecisive person. This is the easy part.
Hey, what's up, TKE? TKE's on here.
Oh,
What up, Doe? I
right,
can just
sentence
picture you in my mind
new
saying that
prompt.
to me.
Did you know that you can scroll the list
Hey,
up
Jennifer,
and
how you
down?
doing? Yep,
You
rest
might
in
have more
peace.
words than you
I just talked to Andrew about that the other day. He said it's almost done, I think. Sounds good. We'll do one more round since TKE's here. This was going to be the last one. We'll do one more and then sneak peek like a couple more elevators and then we'll end the
It's a
stream.
tall place.
Here we go.
Eiffel Tower.
I think it's actually this.
GRRRR Chicago. Tampa.
It's where you do the clattering.
Orlando. Denver.
Empire State Building.
Plant City. //
So much player.
I want to hear the voice say TK Fan 29.
Kefan 29.
Chakon Fan 29. I love that. Sounds good.
Football Stadium. Football.
This place has a fast wood.
Fast wood? Golf?
Store. Tree. Woods.
Miami World Center.
Penny.
JC Petty. Bowling. Nice. Good answer, Ben. I'll bet Ben just did that as a
Tattoo.
I'll bet Ben kind of did that
The category is
on accident. Nice job though. But bowling alley isn't even that
It's
tall
a
of a
story
place.
about a terrible individual.
Here we go.
And a thick
I had to put that on there. That character.
wool. A merry holiday.
If you guys don't get this, I'm gonna be disappointed. It's not that hard.
Paper Mario.
Santa. Elsa Doobie.
It's a different genre than Paper Mario.
The amount of sentence in that sentence is astounding.
Elf.
Little Red Rob.
Who said Elsa do be thick though?
Paper Luigi.
Santa Claus. It has the same vibe as Home Alone and Santa.
Kevin.
Broke. It's nothing like Elsa do be thick though.
Come on, guys.
Submit
You guys can
guesses.
get this.
Elsa.
Green goo.
Elsa is thick like
Smurfs.
Time is almost up.
It's nothing like Paper Luigi, Little Red Rob, and Trinick. W.
Oh, I'm disappointed in you guys. I gave you guys good clues for this one too.
Yeah.
Christmas and stuff like that. A bad character, a terrible individual, the Grinch. Oh well. Maybe next time.
The category is place.
That's okay. Alright, let's see what Davin's got
It's a
for
good
us.
item.
Here we go.
A goof item.
It's supposed to say good item.
It's where you are the experience.
Amusement park. Nintendo Switch. Xbox Place.
It's a lot like amusement park. Me.
Disney. PlayStation. Cedar Point.
I am the experience.
Disney. Roller coaster.
So much giraffe.
What a sweet little
Water park.
sentence.
Zoo.
So small, so cute.
Zoo.
Oh, Will and I said the same thing there. We were both thinking.
Zoo. Zoo. Park.
It has the
Same
same
vibe
vibe
as Disney.
Epcot.
I don't know why I said Epcot.
Animal. Six Flags.
Universal. This
As
place
a
has a
beastly
treat.
treat?
Six Flags.
Las Vegas. Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Ah, man. It's gonna be so
Time
obvious
stops
too.
for no one. Get those
It's
guesses
not
in.
Disney. It's not even Disney. It's
Disneyland.
it's trendier than Jared.
Love that
Will, can you clip that? Can you clip that for me after the stream?
Canada.
Canada.
Disney
Where you are the
It's where you are the festivity.
Time is almost up.
Toys R Us? No.
I'm sure you would have
Nothing
preferred
like an
eventually.
amusement park. Giraffe makes sense though.
This is the last turn.
The giraffe
You
part
got
does make
this.
sense.
It's story time.
Alright then. It's a story about our
It's a
good
story about
item.
our good item.
Time to begin.
Ben.
Toilet.
Ben. Ben's a good item. Since when did Ben become an
And
object?
an incredible romance. Love.
Thanks, Will, for
It's
sending that to
nothing
me.
like toilet. Fairy tale.
Romeo.
Whoa. A green room.
A mini sentence for
Wow.
maximum impact.
Ben and his love for trains.
Me too, Will. It's nothing
It's
like
nothing
love.
like love.
A green room.
Computer.
Oh, nice! Who said that? Good job, Will. Good job, Will. That's good, Ben. You just got more points from that. I got some as well.
Time for the moment of truth. That means the winner is
Looks like it's gonna be Ben.
celebration noise.
I'm gonna text TKE. I think we're gonna do one more round of Blather Round.
The credits loop, so stick around for 5, 10, 85 minutes.
Alright, let's get another round going. Here we go. Alright, everybody get in. Why is it not working? Hold on. It's not working on my end. I literally entered it and it said, oh, Blatheron, and then it just decided not to work. There we go. You guys can get into this one. Elon Musk. I know who that is. Alright, everybody, last game. So if you want to get into this one, let's get into it, and then we're going to wrap up the stream after this. Can't say no to Ohio State, you're done. We're not done, we just begun. Can't be talking crap when we just won a national. Can't believe you. Can't believe this guy, TK, and I hopping in here thinking that they own the place. Okay, buddy. Hopefully you're talking to the mayor of Orlando when you say, okay, bud. Anybody else want in? Alright, here we go. We're starting.
Welcome to Blather Round.
You wish it was a
Fun
skill
fact,
issue.
An anagram of Blather Round is thunder labor. Did you think that fact was fun? Fill out our 12-hour survey online.
Oh boy, I'd love to do a 12-hour survey, said no one.
Like Moby Dick. You'll describe it to everyone.
I'll skip the,
You already know how to play.
Yep, we
Onward.
do. Alright. Round one.
Okay, round one. Here are 3 cool prompts. It's your job to choose the coolest.
Best thing to do if I were you guys is just
Word
pick
your
easy.
words. The harder ones are worth more points.
Make it easy on all of us and just pick the easiest one. Waiting for TKE to pick. More like Michigan, Ohio State. That's the big rivalry. That's what I'm looking forward to this year. I want to see if Ohio State can pull off beating Michigan.
On your
Now
device, you'll
that
see
they've
two word
lost a lot
columns.
of people and everything
Write
like that,
words
it's
to
going to
build
be
a
hard, but
sentence describing your prompt.
we'll
And
see.
then
You never know.
tap submit when you're finished. You can always change your mind. Just tap the word again to take it out.
Yeah, I feel you will.
You're first. Don't get cocky about it. It's random. The category is place.
It's a fantastic place.
place.
Ooh,
Time to
McDonald's.
type in your
That sounds like
guesses.
a fantastic
Needs
place.
everyone in the audience too.
McDonald's.
Denver.
Meanwhile, the presenter will
Chicago.
write another sentence.
Detroit.
Orlando.
Disney.
Zoo. Disney. It's where you have the swamp exporting goods.
Ben's bathroom.
New Orleans.
Shrek.
New Orleans.
New York.
Toy for us.
You mean Toys R Us. Alabama. I'm surprised you didn't say Florida, TK.
Washington. It has the same vibe.
Oh! You know what's funny? I said you should. I'm surprised you didn't say Florida. And then I put Florida and I forget it. Let's go. How about that?
Nice work.
Swamp. When I heard swamp, that made me think of the University of Florida, you know, because they do call it the swamp. They're the Gators, after all. I also like University of Florida. Yeah, I know I'm done. So are you.
Place.
See if you guys can get my topic. It's pretty easy.
It's a vibrant environment.
Here we go again.
The University
Women's
of
bathroom.
Michigan. Office space.
Office space.
Disney.
It's nothing like the University of Michigan. Women's bathroom. in Michigan.
Women's
When the
bathroom.
presenter uses your guess in a sentence, you get points.
Denver.
Florida.
Canada. Japan.
Roanoke, Vermont.
Roanoke, Va.
San Francisco. Michigan.
This place
It's
is
not
full of
Michigan.
Orlando. James's Bayama.
California.
Zoo.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, TK.
San Diego Zoo.
Zoo. It's bigger than Detroit. Denver.
Detroit. Who misspelled Detroit? Was that you, Ben?
St. Louis. Kansas.
Time is running out. Time to take some big swings.
It's where you were introduced to the marsupial.
You have a way with words.
Hey, good work, TK. You got it. Australia. You guys were on the right track with countries and then city names as well. You guys were very good on the right track. I figured TK might get that when I found the word marsupial.
The category is person.
They're an old fictional
individual.
Oh, I know.
Catman 29.
Frozen. Mickey Mouse.
Elon Musk.
They are renowned for the mortal life. On the Indic.
God.
That's a joke for the record. Speaking of church, I actually did go to church with one of my former coworkers and good friend of mine today. Very nice to see him again. Nothing like Elon Musk.
Nothing like Elon Musk. Kickfan 29 and a name tick. He's so antique professorial.
Someone called the Olympics. That was fast.
The Pope.
Pope?
George Washington.
Trump.
They have the same vibe as Wonder Woman. bewilderment.
Superman.
Obama.
Abraham Burger Lincoln.
The Flash.
Abraham Burger Lincoln. Good one. Good one, Will.
They have the same vibe as government.
A big sentence from a big mind.
White House.
Oh, time is ticking.
Percy Jackson. And they are celebrated for the wisdom action adventure.
Donald Trump.
They're like a fictional version of Percy Jackson, Doctor Who, and government.
I knew Ben would say Dalek.
They're an old culture somebody.
HFA.
I have no idea.
Well, no one got it right, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a rewarding experience.
Oh, Indiana Jones. Yeah.
If you think they did a good job anyway, you can hit my bad on your device.
Yep. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, it's Ben's turn.
His story.
It's a story about a joyful beast.
And so it begins.
Kansas. BFG.
And a nice object.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Dang it. Well, you beat me to it.
Elevator.
Need some more hints, Ben. It's not.
Wizard of Oz.
It's not the same font as elevator and Jack and Beanstalk.
Sporting goods in parentheses.
Elephant.
Harry Potter.
Darn it, didn't read it. I was hoping I was going to read it for that one.
Dumbo. Giant.
It's kinda similar to elephant.
Elephant?
Fantastic beasts and where to find them. Lion King.
Lion King, that's a good guess. I have no idea.
The hero is the pet.
Dog.
This is some BS dog.
Tralala Tralala.
Lalo Lalo Lalo.
We're nearing the end. Yes.
Lilo and Stitch.
It's
Kind of.
very
Okay,
similar
we
to
know it's
elephant.
somewhere to elephant.
All
That doesn't
the
help.
words were invited to that sentence.
Homeland with Jews. Lion King.
It's kinda similar to Lion King.
Ice Age.
Then, the pet looks good.
Oh man. All right, did Ben blow this one, or did he actually give us good cats?
You'll get him next time. And if you don't, you'll get him the next time.
Nope, Ben blew it this time.
Let's
I
end this
voted for
round on
Ben
a
blew it
high.
this time.
The category is
I'll take the
person.
my
It
bad
could
for
be
the Indiana Jones
celebrity,
one.
A fictional character, anyone.
Person.
They're a wonderful person.
Let's do this.
Frozen backslash.
Frozen backslash.
Squilly Indian Jones.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Biden.
They are famous
They
for
are
the
famous
occurrence.
for the occurrence.
George Washington.
Ben.
He's so grumpy.
Who's so grumpy though?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Scrooge.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Wonder Woman.
Yes. Every time I think of Neil deGrasse, I think of the AI stuff with him.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
And they do the investigation.
I want to marry that sentence. But no kids.
Scooby we do.
Hey, I got it. That last clue gave it to me. Thanks, Will. I got you, dude. When I heard the investigation, I'm like, oh, it's gotta be mystery related.
Don't let the points turn you against each other. It's what they want. Who's they again? Oh, it's me. Ah.
Okay, we got one more round.
Look, babies, it's round 2. In round 2, the points
Nice, so
are
I've gotten
doubled.
2 of them now.
Here we go again.
Oh,
With a
man.
beautiful new prompt. Pro tip, if you don't know what one of the prompts is, maybe don't pick it.
Okay, I got one. I did it! Can I get a sticker that says I did it? TK, can we invest in some of those I did it stickers?
Oh, time is ticking. Hurry, hurry.
I know exactly what TK is going to say to that in the
Write a
chat.
sentence to describe your new prompt. Tap a word to put it in your sentence. Tap it again to take it out. You got this.
Alright, just waiting on Elon Musk. Come on, Elon, let's go.
Time is ticking. You're going next. The category is story.
Alright, story. What do we got for this one? It's a story about an amazing
Story
concept.
About an amazing concept.
Alright, TK, don't blow it again like you did last time. Oh, you didn't really blow it.
P. Diddy.
Leslie.
Thanks, Will, for that one.
Food.
Toyota. And a fantastic good guy. Honda.
James 2.
Oh, come on. I thought that would have been the answer. I thought James Babe tonight would have been the answer. Darn it.
It's nothing like P. Diddy and Elon Musk.
4th of July. Fireworks.
Whoa. A patriotic space war.
Oh, what a marvelous sentence.
Mission space. It's a lot like 4th of July.
Superman.
Freedom.
Pluto. Best track. Milky Way.
America.
Mickey Mouse.
America.
It has the same
Oh my
vibe as
gosh.
Freedom, fireworks, and America.
Wow, what a long sentence.
Time off.
Magic Kingdom.
Time.
Hey, let's go. I got it. TK, you kind of gave it away when you put that in the chat. Hey, Aaron's back. Hi, back. Good to see you.
This is really special. Let's savor the moment. That's enough. The category is place.
It's a wet experience.
Off you go.
Water.
Taco Bell.
Ooh, okay.
Green.
Water park.
It's where you are introduced to the body of water.
Ocean.
Water park.
Beach.
Oh, man.
We are being
It's close.
It's close to ocean.
Lake. Font. River.
So much canal.
Why, that sentence could fit in the palm of
California.
my hand.
Panama Canal.
California.
California.
Canada.
Picnic.
Atlantic Ocean.
Park.
Pacific Ocean.
Green guy. It's kinda similar to lake.
I don't know.
Tampa Bay Waters, BVDP.
This place has a lengthy sand.
River, Kansas.
For the record, Ben, if I've already put it in and it doesn't accept it, don't guess it again because it's just it won't. It's not going to get you anywhere. Where are the
It's wetter than Panama Canal.
A perfectly plump sentence.
Africa.
Oh, hold on.
Kansas River.
No,
The timer stops
maybe
for no
pool.
one. Get those guesses in.
I don't know.
Palm Beach.
It's where you
It's where you cruise the canal.
Pensacola.
Almost over.
flat.
Keep
No, I meant
guessing.
boat.
Pool.
Boat.
All I know Baxter.
F.
Let's find out.
The good news is success will never
Nope.
change you.
I would have never guessed that.
Guess what? Literally guess what? Because you're guessing a thing.
It's a wonderful fragility.
And we're
Yes.
off.
Metal. Egg.
McDonald Trump.
Food. Lice.
Crap.
Ice.
It does a thing.
Burger. Chicken.
Thing.
Star. Pizza.
Oh, I love pizza. I had Jets last night.
Talk about mind blow.
Slime.
That doesn't help.
Fries.
Elevator
It is
enthusiast.
the gadget.
Compass.
Moldy.
Oh, floor.
Escalator.
Office space.
Times.
Silly Willy.
Jets is great.
Simply.
Not the New
it's
York Jets,
fine.
but Jets Pizza.
Congratulations! You successfully wrote a sentence.
GRRRR.
Looker.
Oh my gosh.
Knife.
Bomb.
Oh,
Saw.
It's a bumpy device.
Firearms.
Far. Michigan roads.
Speed bump. Butter.
It is used for the summer.
What?
Tires.
time is almost up.
Steering wheels.
Talk.
Mini Cooper.
Hoverboard.
You were in the neighborhood, but you couldn't find the house.
I'll say my name. I'll say my bad, but that one kind of sucked.
The category.
All right,
is
folks.
story.
Let's see if you can get it.
It's a story about a tiny creature.
Here we go.
Frozen.
And a happy wants their name.
Princess and the Frog.
Cat.
It's tough to be a bug.
And
Dinner. BFG. An American Tale.
A Bug's Life.
It's nothing like It's So Tough to Be a Bug and Be a...
Little Red Robin
Monsters
Hood.
Incorporated.
Beetle.
It's kinda similar to A Bug's Life.
The Big Bad Wolf.
Eventually, there's an orange swimming.
Hey, Will got it. Nice job. I knew you guys would get this one. Good work, Will.
And a good time was had by all.
Good man, Will.
This is the last
Okay, Ben, you're up.
presentation, so make it count. I've got just the thing. The category is thing.
It's his amazing thing.
Here we go.
Ben. Park. Thing.
It hates a device. It's bigger than Ben.
Tower.
Talk about shaky.
Aw, look how little that sentence is.
Cat.
I love it.
Damn.
It's bigger than K Farm 29 and calm.
Calm. I love that one text-to-speech voice. That's Ravina. That's an Indian text-to-speech voice, and she says it as calm.
It expresses our soul.
Church.
Train.
Cab.
Train.
It's more specific than train.
Well done on that sentence.
Vehicle.
Oh, room.
Oh.
A mini sentence for maximum impact.
Nope.
We need more hints, otherwise we're not going to get this, Ben. Come on.
It's bigger than car.
Bus. Truck. Plane. Airplane. Plane.
Bus.
Boat.
Quite simply, it's an interesting place.
Spirit
Only
Airlines.
a few seconds left.
It's bigger than truck, bus, and plane.
I have no idea. I feel like this one's going to be obvious. Hammock. Yeah.
It's sad when you do this bad. Time to see where all those points point to. And that means the big juicy winner is...
It's your boy.
Look at you.
I gotta say, that was fun. Yeah, hammock being bigger than a plane.
Now it's time for my dinner. I'm finally going to try spider.
Alright, well, let's switch back over to this real quick. So we're gonna put this out. Let's take a look. So we did some sneak peeks of Hawaii content. I guess maybe I should show you guys some content I got from Milwaukee and then probably Vegas as well and St. George. We'll take a couple sneak peeks at that and then we'll probably end the stream. We've been live for 2.5 hours now. It's almost 11 p.m. Probably should wrap things up here a bit. Okay, that'll close that out. Take that off, and now I'm going to reconnect my external hard drive. We could do a little bit of sneak peeks, like I said, for some content I got as well. I already showed you guys some Hawaii stuff. But for those of you that have joined us late in the stream, we're streaming today to celebrate 10 years of video making because June 26th of 2015 was when I started and released my first video. My first video for YouTube and stuff like that. So this is kind of a big deal. Because it was kind of the beginning of my YouTube career. Side hustle career, you could say. We're going to go take a look at some sneak peeks of stuff. Let's start with some stuff that I got from Wisconsin. Not too much from Milwaukee, but got a couple things for you guys. Yeah, 2014 was when I started watching videos on YouTube. I didn't start making videos till a year later, but that's crazy, Aaron. I didn't join the community till later on. No, if the Vanity Boy was on here, I know he would like these that I'm about to show you guys. So we'll preview. Here's some stuff from Milwaukee, Wisconsin that I got to film about a month ago, maybe. Yeah, actually 2 months ago. No, about a month ago. May 25th. Did my old channel? The old channel didn't. Because my old channel, Cherry State Elevators, which is where I posted the first video, it actually had a different name. And that's only been the only video that's on there of the BE365. I did have a channel before this one, but it didn't have elevator videos on it. It had stuff before that, because I figured when I started YouTube, like, I was going to do plush videos and stuff, like the Captain's Adventure series. If any of you guys were longtime viewers to see those videos, there was that. Yeah, I was going to say, these are very similar to a Center Tower in Minnesota. I've done a Center Tower in Chicago. I'll show you guys that one here in a bit, because this was the same trip that I did that as well. Who Faster Tower? Oh, who said that? I ever watched their old videos when they were brand new. Yeah. Sometimes it's always good to go back to the old videos that I post and other people post. I constantly find myself watching a lot of Andrew's old classic videos as well. This is a cool building too. This is the John Plankington building. I didn't get to film much in terms of elevators in Milwaukee, but actually I could have had I not been lazy and chilled in the hotel room and fell asleep on the couch. But I got some videos, so it'll be for the future to come back, because taking Amtrak to Milwaukee is not bad at all. I hope there's a chum bucket inside. That would be cool. Yeah, you should, Aaron. When you do, link me to it. I would love to see it. Excuse me, I sneezed. Here, this is a cool hotel. These were super cool. Excuse me. Hilton Milwaukee City Center Hotel. This one was pretty cool. They got the old Otis elevators here.
Look at this really cool lower lobby.
Hey Don, how you doing? Welcome. My mechanical clock collection, many Howard Miller clocks, like a Howard Miller Lewis, the Howard Miller Andrews. We've got a couple gingerbread mantle clocks as well. Got a Howard Miller Webster as well. Sly triple chime mantle clock. Sly triple chime grandfather clock. Eventually, when I get a better setup for the clocks, clock videos will make a return to the channel. It's just right now, I have no motivation to film them. I don't have a good space to film them in, and it's just not a good setup what I got. These are some old Otis elevators, though. Well, not terribly old, but technically these modernized what used to be here, because I think these, yeah, Westinghouse, as it says on there. They had old Westinghouse here before they got replaced by the newer, or the Series 1s. It's interesting because I realized I could go further up. Yeah, I was able to go up to 25, because you'll see on the panel that they actually had some of the buttons covered up, but that didn't stop me from going higher up. I wanted to see how high I could go up.
There's another floor right there. That's weird. Doesn't work though. Maybe they must have used to serve this. Oh, there we go.
I didn't think the button worked at first, but then it did. I was able to go up to 24. There was a 25th floor though, which was pretty sweet. But only a few elevators actually served this floor. This whole area was under renovation.
This floor's under renovation.
25. So that one actually went up 25. 25, I think, just has offices up there. There's definitely not rooms.
These are fast.
24 was under renovation, but 25 is just really weird.
Just an office.
See, there's the old Westinghouse indicator as well. All right, Ben, have a good night. Thanks for coming on. All right, I'll show you guys the elevators at the hotel I stayed at in downtown Milwaukee. I literally booked this hotel like 2 days in advance because it was so expensive. Downtown Milwaukee hotels cost a lot during the weekend.
By Marriott. And we have some Schindler elevators here. And this one's on up peak, as you can see. They have a lot of the elevators.
These elevators have up peak here as well, where they'll just stay open at the lobby with the doors open, waiting for someone to go in. And
once I push the button, oh, never mind, it's already closing.
And for some reason, the elevator decided to close its doors before I even pushed the button.
These are traction. Sticky buttons.
And you got MT buttons that stick sometimes as well. It's interesting because these did have key card readers, but they weren't active. You didn't need to use a key card to get up to your floor.
And we're stopping on 4. Go down. It's fine.
All right, let's go. I got a couple videos from Chicago I guess I could show next. Actually, I'll show you guys the other city I stayed in that's only got maybe it's got a second elevator in the city, but a very small city called Columbus, Wisconsin. They had this was the one of 2 hotels, or actually maybe it was the only one, I can't remember. Maybe there were 2. But I remember my friend and I, we went to the Amtrak station, we walked to this hotel, a good 20-minute walk, about a mile in length from the Amtrak station to the hotel. We wanted to check out the small city of Columbus, see what it was like, and it was pretty nice. I actually really liked it. No one's filmed this elevator before, so this is now officially discovered by me.
American by Wyndham in Columbus, Wisconsin.
But basic 300A. Got a hotel tour of this place as well. All right, Illinois. I got lots of content from different cities. I don't have it's not like I have one city where I have maybe over 50 videos. I have 11 cities in Illinois that I filmed in where I got a handful of videos. Like, for example, let's do city of West Chicago, not Western Chicago, Illinois. City of West Chicago, which is in whatever the name of the county is that's west of Cook County. I think it's I can't remember.
Okay, this is the elevator here at the West Chicago Public Library District in West Chicago, Illinois.
Forget the county name that West Chicago's in. Someone throw it in the chat. They had this Schindler RT or Westinghouse RT. Sounds good, Elevators Rock On. Good to have you and the family on here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Sounds good. Gotta get that hug in. That's good. Yes, DuPage is the county. That's it. DuPage County. Thank you. What else do I have that's kind of cool? Chicago Heights, the public library there is pretty cool. Greg and Ader, I remember, filmed this one, and that's who I saw. That's whose video I saw to film this thing. This thing's pretty cool, actually, and you can actually reverse direction on it too. It's funny. I went into the library looking for this thing, and I didn't even think to look by the lobby entrance, and it was right there. I walked right past this thing. Chicago Heights, another city in the Chicago area that is not part of Chicago. It just happens to have the word Chicago in it as part of the city. All right, thanks, Aaron, for hopping on. Thank you. We'll see you later. I don't think this is the Montgomery. I'm not sure. It might be a Montgomery, though, but I don't know for sure. But it's got Epco Fleshlight. I think I turned the fan off on this thing as well. But yeah, you can reverse direction, which is pretty cool. City of Chicago Heights, Illinois. Nice spot to rail fan too in Illinois. Nice spot. There's a nice diamond to rail fan as well. So that's why I was here in the area. Now I also filmed in Lansing, Illinois before I made it to Lansing, Michigan. Guess I could show one video from there. I stayed at this hotel.
All right, everybody, let's take a ride in the elevators here at the Holiday Inn Express Hotel in Lansing, Illinois.
This is Lansing, Illinois, a small village that pretty much is right on the border of Indiana when you go west on I-80, I think it is.
I actually stayed in this hotel.
Stayed at this hotel. This was November. This was around Thanksgiving of 2023. I wasn't old enough to book this place, but my friend was a year older than me, and he was 21, 22 to book this place. All right, we'll go to the cool stuff from Chicago. Starting with this. Start with Chicago Union Station. This was filmed on Leap Day of 2024, where my friend and I, we did a day trip to Chicago by Amtrak so we could go railfan and then just take Amtrak the whole way, because I'd ridden Amtrak throughout parts of Michigan, but I'd never gone the whole way to Chicago. So I figured, why not give it a shot, do a day trip by Amtrak, and then come back. This was February 29th of last year. And while we were hanging around Chicago Union Station waiting to get on our train to head home, I decided, let's film all the elevators and escalators at Union Station so that way I have content from Chicago.
It's at the floor below right now.
Skip ahead when the elevator gets here. Just a basic elevator with Innovation Universal. So I actually had an employee get on and was going to the basement. Scan cards, so we got to ride down into the basement for this video. Always fun to get a ride to a restricted floor. Had that happen to me at an airport once or twice, where I've been on the elevator and it's gone down. That's the basement. That's always fun to get a ride to a restricted floor. We'll go to a hotel. I just filmed this video I'm about to show you. I filmed recently back in late May. I don't have many videos from Chicago. I got like 16, but the videos I do have. This is a hotel. This is in downtown. A Holiday Inn Express, and they have custom impulse here. Call buttons on the first floor are key carded, but fortunately I was able to snag a ride.
Look at this.
So these are custom impulse. These are pretty sweet, actually. There's this racing video game called Project Alpha. A chime on each quarter. I got a clock that does that here in my clock shop. One that does that every quarter hour. That's the quartz movement. Otherwise, I got many others that do that as well, but most of the time I keep them on silent.
Penthouse.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I said to myself yesterday I would start winding the clocks and get them running. I'll probably do it tomorrow when I get home. I really do need to wind my clocks, get them all running again, because they haven't ran in months. These are good. Custom impulse were pretty cool. Let me show you guys these elevators. This was the first ever elevator video I filmed in Chicago.
It's low on oil. All right, these are some elevators here at 500 West Madison Street in Chicago, Illinois. They're
Otis elevators. These are the lobby elevators that go down the food court and the main level at Accenture Tower in Chicago.
These are Otis elevators. Let's see which one we got.
And this video was another prime example of me getting a ride down to the basement as well, and the basement was restricted.
There are 3. Go now. Yep, no problem.
The first floor, they got the food court down there and everything like that. It's actually a pretty nice tower. They got a food court on the first floor, the offices up on the 3rd floor and above there. It's actually pretty cool.
I think it's going down, so we'll let the door close.
Okay. Now I'll show you guys the tower elevators. Now the tower elevators are turnstile, but they're pretty cool. Here's the high-rise elevators at Accenture Tower.
Let's go up to 40. This is Accenture Tower in Chicago, Illinois.
The cabs got redone on these things maybe a year or so before I got to these. But nice office tower in Chicago. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I really like the aspect that they got the food court on the first floor, and then they got, I think they got a public transit station as well. It's actually pretty cool. Hey, Johnny. How's it going? Speaking of Chicago, I'm actually sneak peeking some of my videos. This is one of the videos I have from Chicago. This is Accenture Tower. Located at 500 West Madison. Like I said, pretty cool office building. You know, you got the food court on the first floor. It's part of it's got a public transit center as well there as well. Then they got offices on the 3rd floor up to 40. All right. Thanks for coming on, Don. Oh, you're going to be back. Okay, you're going to be the clock channel. Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. One more video from Chicago. I found this really crappy Lula at Southgate Market.
All right, this is Canal Street.
This thing's a piece of crap.
It goes down.
It just serves the lower level of the parking garage. I was kind of surprised. I figured they would have an elevator that serves the upper level as well, because there's an upper level to this garage as well. This thing was genuine piece of crap.
2012. Oh, it's by Wheelevator.
It's a Wheelevator. National Wheelevator's okay, but their products, they kind of suck in my opinion.
This thing sucks.
All right, we'll take a look at Nevada. Not too much. I only have like 16 videos from Chicago. That's why I think I'm gonna try to make my way back for Open House Chicago if I'm able to. I want to get back to Chicago and do some more filming around there. The times that I've filmed stuff in Chicago, I've only been passing through. Alright, we'll check out a couple of videos that I got from Las Vegas. We'll start with these. These are pretty cool. Hey, Ben.
All right, everybody. We are here at the D in Las Vegas, Nevada, downtown Las Vegas. And these are the elevators. They are Otis.
Two things to note about Vegas. So Vegas, I was just there a few weeks ago. Downtown, the hotels are a lot easier to film at than the Strip, because pretty much everything at the Strip is carded, as opposed to everything downtown is not. Hey, Busmaster, how you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. So these are Otis Compass as well. These are pretty sweet, actually. Appreciate it, Busmaster. Yeah, 10 years is crazy. Yeah, I went to Circa. I almost did get through the turnstiles there, because someone was having trouble with their card trying to scan, so he just decided to walk through the turnstiles. When someone walked out, I almost walked right behind him, but then it closed on me. Otherwise, I would have done those. But yeah, I even went through the staircase too at the Circa, trying to see if any of the guest floors would work, you know, if you could get off there. But nope, unfortunately, I got locked in there, and I had to go all the way down to the first floor, exit to the door, and then go back in. I had to show my ID again to get back into Circa. Circa's like the only one in the area where they have them locked off. Yeah, that would be cool, Busmaster. Maybe someday. Actually, you know what? I could. Hang on. I'll show you guys a sneak peek of video where I actually did get to do that. It'll be in the San Diego content when I get that going up. Because they had a service elevator in the bank where they actually did have the cabinet open. I gotta remember the name of it though. I think this is it. I think this is the video. This is San Diego, California. San Diego content's going to be coming up in the future for content as well. Yep. Now, from what I overheard for conversation from someone talking, I might have heard that they were considering key carding these elevators, because I think I heard someone in the lobby talk to someone telling them that, yeah, in the future you'll have to scan like your ID badge in order to push the floor. So it's possible this building could be locked off now. Now, if we skip ahead, it was a very rainy day that day too because I had my coat on, but if we skip here to elevator car D, which they only had 2 elevators in service here. Yep, there you go. You can see it. I actually had someone that got on the elevator that was like, "Oh, can I help you find something?" And I told him, "Nope, I'm just interested in the way elevators work." And he walked off, and then he was fine. I think it happened right here, actually, right when we get to the lobby. Yeah, that's why I feel like Open House Chicago is going to be the best way to film most of them. Yep, right here.
Nope, I'm just.
Yep, right there. Let's skip to the panel. There's the panel, though, right there. And then you can see I get in, I open the panel, and boom, you can push the floors. For that being the service elevator. The lock was broken on the panel anyways, but there's that. Next video. Oh, what else could I show you guys from Vegas? Obviously, I'm going to show you guys the Myconic 10s. Let's show you guys the Luxor, my take of the Luxor. It wasn't terrible, but if I had more time, I would have spent more time there because I only got like 2 of the elevator banks.
These are the green elevators here at the Luxor at the Strip in Las Vegas.
Pretty much, I saw some people walking towards the elevator, so I'm like, all right, better hurry up and catch them so I can hitch a ride. Have I gotten bust? I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I don't really go to many office buildings for that, but yeah, Ben got busted once for filming at a machine room, and someone from management saw him and said, like, you got to delete that, or what did they say? You got to delete that, or something was going to happen. Exactly, Busmaster. I agree with that. I think if it's open, that's on them. I don't think I've ever gotten busted, though, at a place I've had legitimate business for. I mean, I remember one time I got busted at Huntington Place, which is the convention center in Detroit, and the guy was like, I'll have to escort you out. Then I said, can we take the People Mover? Because the Detroit People Mover runs through there. So he walked us up there, and then we got on the train, and then he left. Yep, same deal with any cabinet. I agree. I agree with that. Like, as I said when I was showing, if you guys want to watch some of the Hawaii content that I have from Honolulu at the beginning of the stream, you guys can watch that. But one of the elevators at the Holiday Inn Express, the cabinet was open, you could flip the switch and it would actually shut off the key card reader, and you could select floors without having to scan a card. Again, on management, as far as I'm concerned. These things are pretty sweet, though. It felt really weird riding these on the 39-degree angle that these elevators run on the inclinators. It's pretty interesting, though. Pretty cool, though. Let me show you guys an office building I got lucky to film at in downtown Las Vegas. So pretty much I pulled on the doors to get in this building, so it was locked, and the security guard at the desk hit the unlock button, so I was able to walk in, walked right past like I knew what I was doing, and boom, got right to these elevators. These are pretty cool. As for you got busted twice, both this year and overall. Yeah. So what did they do? Did they say, like, you just can't film, you just got to go along your business and stuff like that, Johnny? Is that what they did? Recognize what from National Elevator, Ben? Yep, I agree with that, Busmaster. If you're locking a cabinet that someone left open, yeah. But you never know, maybe someone wanted that cabinet open. But as far as I'm concerned, obviously you guys know I have the elevator keys. Oh yeah, National Elevator for the Luxor. Yep, okay, I got you now. But yeah, a lot of you guys know I have keys. I mainly keep elevator keys with me in case I get stuck. Because if I can get myself out, maybe by throwing the elevator independent service or something like that, or for example, if I walk into the elevator, every single floor is locked off and I couldn't get out for some reason, rather than have an easy emergency phone, if I can throw it in independent service or something like that to get the doors open, I'm going to do that, because if I can save the hassle of someone trying to rescue me when I can just throw like I said, throw it in independent service, maybe click the stop run switch on and off, something like that. I'd rather do that if I can. Otherwise, if not, then yeah, I'll use the phone. All right, I'll show you guys these. These are super cool.
Floor 2. Floor 2. Go.
The original Myconic 10s.
Gotcha. Tell me the second one privately. Okay. It was a resort. I decided to meal. Oh, okay. I mean, when I was at Hilton Hawaiian Village in Honolulu, I did film the service elevators, and guard came up. That's actually technically I did get busted twice in Hawaii, not once but twice. He was nice though, because I made up the excuse that if you take the staircase though down to the second floor from the parking garage, it doesn't lead to the regular elevators; it actually leads to service elevators. So I kind of made up the excuse saying, I took the stairs. I didn't want to take the elevators to the main lobby, and he was nice, and he just escorted me to the employee area, and he just took me right to the regular elders, because he asked me, "You staying here? What hotel room are you in?" And I told him, what floor I was on. Gotcha, Johnny. Though for them, that sucks though that they told you had to turn it off. So yeah, these are the famous original Myconic 10s in Las Vegas. 17 stories. 2 and 3 are locked off. They don't work on here, but that's okay. It makes for getting the not able to allocate car effect as well. All right, we'll skip the rest of Nevada. I'll show you guys a couple videos I got from St. George, Utah, and then we're gonna end the stream because I need to get myself ready for work tomorrow. I streamed a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Yeah, everyone knows where this is. I'll probably still put the address out there when I put it up, just probably not in the title or description. So if you hear it at the beginning of the video, because I know I said it at the beginning of the video, congrats, you know where they are. Yeah, Millennium Hilton. Yeah, that was just ridiculous, and I'm glad, based on the story, Andrew said that okay, have a good night, TK. Thanks for hopping on. But I'm glad that the story that not TK, I can't speak. I'm glad that Andrew reached out to the hotel management, and the manager contacted him and said, "Hey, no worries, I'll give you a rate off my cheapest deal and all that good stuff." Okay, have a good night, Johnny. I'm gonna show you guys 2 videos from St. George. I'm gonna see if I can find the Series 5 NEL I found. And, I'll show you guys here. Here's one of the soft touches. But I got a good 10-minute video of these Myconic 10s here in Vegas. These were super cool. This is one of at least 20 US soft touches I filmed.
That's our replacement button, but watch this. So you can either tap it or push it if the tap doesn't work. It's a very geniusly built system, especially for
All right, I found the Series 5 NEL. Yeah, so these soft touch fixtures are really interesting. You can either tap them for the touch sensitive part, or if it doesn't work, you can actually push the button in a little bit more. At least on most soft touches. But I did find one soft touch at one office building in St. George, where the buttons were 100% touch. They didn't push in at all. They were all 100% touch sensitive, which was really cool. If I were the master engineer, then I would have given the guard an earful and no longer allowed security to have fire keys. Yeah.
But let's go up to.
Because honestly, you know, the guard could have called him again over the phone on the elevator and said like, you know, hey, while you filming, can you come down to the lobby or something like that. Andrew even said he would have been willing to, but I guess in the guard's defense, you know, he didn't know for sure, like, if Andrew was a guest till we got that verified, but still, that was just just a ridiculous encounter that he had to go through. Yeah, that soft touch was pretty cool. Thanks for taking me to that, Ben, when I visited Plant City. All right, now I'll show you guys the Series 5 NEL I discovered in St. George. This was also the same day where I shattered my record and I filmed 71 elevators in a day, which my previous record was 61 in Gainesville, but I did 71, like 67 elevators in St. George and then 4 back in Henderson, Nevada, where I was staying.
We are here at 1054 East.
Okay, I could play, you know what, Will? I will do the 1515s. I'll play one of those, and then we'll end it. But this Series 5 NEL, first off, it's got the weird Otis indicator where the 1 is on there weird. It's also got the unique chimes as well. It sounds a lot like Kone's lanterns as well. Yeah, exactly, Busmaster. They would think it's an alarm or something. They wouldn't know what's going on. They would see fire hat or something. They think, oh, there's a fire in the building or something like that.
Series 1 chime for the 4 beep.
Yeah, very similar to Series 220. And let me just say, there were a lot of Otis Series 5 elevators in St. George that had the parenthesis call button. I was not expecting to find this. Series 5, the parenthesis call buttons out west, especially in Utah and other parts west in the U.S., are very common. In Michigan, typically, if you there's 4 known Series 5 NELs, 2 of which I discovered. There's one in East Lansing, and then there's also one in Milford as well, that have parenthesis call buttons that pretty much hint that they're Series 5 NELs, because parenthesis call buttons are just not common here.
It's in beautiful condition as well. This is
You're more likely to see Series 2 call buttons. All right, we'll skip that now. Let's go to the 1515s.
All right, folks, we are here at the Hilton Garden Inn.
I don't know if I said the term on the video. I'm just going to skip ahead. I did for the video. Like I said, I'll probably call it by its real term when I put it up on YouTube, but
here it is.
I love the fact that the indicator as well is right on the door jamb as well. That's super cool.
It's built right into the door. That's really cool.
Yep.
Let's go to 5.
The buttons are replaced though, unfortunately, with Matitol, but that's okay. At least the elevator, like I said, when it comes down to the logic and the motor and stuff, that's the stuff I like seeing that's more original. The courtyard I went to, one of the elevators was broken, unfortunately, but yeah. Then let's refer to it as 1515, just for the sake of this, because I'm not really able to put a disclaimer on here. The model refers to that thing as well. Hey Neil, how you doing? We're just doing some sneak peeks. About to end the stream here in a second. Once this elevator gets down to 1, we're gonna stop sneak peeks. But if you Neil, if you want to see the rest of the videos that I sneak peek, you can back the stream up. We did some Jackbox halfway through, did some Hawaii content sneak peeks towards the beginning. If you want to see those, thank you. Yeah, 10 years of video making, pretty crazy. It's 10 years later now. And I can't believe, how many people I've met over the years in terms of elevator enthusiasts, rail fans, and stuff like that. Like I said, just got to meet Nick, Boston Elevators and Aviation, in person last weekend. That was awesome. Got to welcome him to Detroit, which was awesome. So, but anyways, guys, it's getting late. I got to go to work tomorrow at 7 a.m. But just want to thank everybody that hopped on here tonight to chill with me and all that good stuff. So thank you everybody that came on, especially my moderators. Appreciate all of you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the sneak peeks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Jackbox and everything like that. I'm gonna hop off now because I need to get myself ready to go to sleep so I can get up and go to work and start this work week. Fortunately, we have Friday off because it is the 4th of July. So thank you everybody for hopping on to tonight's stream. We'll keep things short. Not going to do a outro with music for tonight's stream. We're just going to cut it now. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time for another stream. Saturday, there should be a midnight rail fanning stream, so stick around for that. It's going to be out of Michigan. It's not going to be in Michigan. It's going to be out of the state, so look forward to that for those of you that follow me on Royal King of the Rails. And yeah, until next time,